And we are recording.
All right. Wow. Welcome back, everyone. Last week, party came together in a slightly unconventional manner. That manner being we were all drawn to a specific locale due to pieces of a journal that we were all carrying. After introductions were made and a tenuous alliance was formed, the party made efforts to assemble these journal pieces in a correct order, as we were trapped in one specific area of Three Oaks until we did so. Upon the completion of this section of the journal, the party were granted access to leave the environment that we were in, but not before being assailed by a group of individuals who were looking for one of our new associates, Kotran. They made efforts to pursue us all throughout the city, both them and a more nefarious Sandy opponent, who, after many efforts were made, did eventually succeed in killing Kotran. His body left into the street, and all that was left of note on his person, at least that made itself immediately evident, was a gift he had intended to give to his daughter. We, as even though we were only new allies, feeling a sense of allegiance and duty to Kotran, decided to bury his body and took the present he had left for his, or he had bought for his daughter with us, so that we could give it to her, and made our way eastward towards the city of Ait Naufa. After making camp the first evening and making it halfway through our watches, the doll that we had collected from Kotran's corpse fell out of my Elias's bag, and in doing so seemed to animate. And that is where we will be picking up on this week's episode of The Diaries of Ishi.
So yeah, Jesus Christ, why the fuck is it? Why the fuck up here? Who was on watch again? Third watch?
I was on watch with...
Who's
Who the
on
fuck was I-
first? First is done.
It was second watch at this
He's
point.
quoting a joke.
It was
second watch.
it was the end of second into third.
Yeah, I was waking up Orca and...
Would have been
Orca and Hain.
I think it would have been Orca and
Yeah.
Because it was
Hain.
Poppy, air quote,
were,
and then
we're on first.
Elias,
Yeah.
and then it was myself and Melanome, and then it
Okay.
was the other two.
All right. Yeah. So the four of you would have seen that. Yeah, the bear or the stuffed dragon. It's not a bear.
It's going to take a little bit to get that straight, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, you saw the stuffed dragon roll out of Elias's bag before standing up and brushing off its knees.
What the fuck? You guys see that? Am I just... finally fucking losing it?
Josh, what do I see?
You see the exact same thing everybody else sees.
Okay.
Yep,
So-
even with your ability.
Okay.
Even with your special eyes. Not losing it, losing it. Yeah.
No, that looks to be some kind of living doll.
Am I still drunk, or is the doll standing up by itself?
Where? What doll?
Oh. You doll.
Crap out of me.
Like how whimsical this music is.
I know, it sounds like the beginning of like
Really
an
threw me off.
N64 game.
I figured it was very fitting for the trees.
Yeah. This is like the first act of like some old like 90s game before everything just goes to shit.
To be fair, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it is literally called The Forest and the Trees. Like, if that's not a fucking
Yeah.
first act, yeah. If that's not like the opening cutscene of a game right before the big bad rolls in and steamrolls the idyllic village, like nothing fucking else.
I was literally about to say this is like literally level 10 in WoW.
What do you mean, me as a doll? What?
Oh.
Holy shit, I can talk.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You're a doll, and you're talking.
I'm just gonna pull up my flask and angle it in such a way that it catches firelight and also the doll to try to use it as a makeshift mirror.
I'm
Yeah.
also gonna look down at myself and realize and say,
Yeah, you see cute, fluffy little hands and a torso and little feet. Little feet.
Little feetsies.
little footsies.
Yep. Yeah. Stuffed as the day you purchased them.
Why am I my daughter's birthday present?
Okay, see, that was why I asked my question earlier, because I would have recognized that it's just Cantor in a doll.
Go, Tran.
Sorry, Kotran in a doll.
Oh,
he already
I
changed
must have
his
read
name.
that ability wrong.
Yeah.
He recognizes the original soul, even if it's in another form.
Yeah.
Oh, then yes. Yes, you would
Yes.
have read. Gotran.
Kotran, is that you?
Yeah.
What? No. I'm sorry. I do not get this. What's happening right now?
So he died, and now his soul is in the doll.
Wait, I died?
How? You can't just say that and
I
pretend
did.
that it's normal. You hit.
It's not.
Kotran, is
I
that
mean,
actually
no.
you?
Well,
Oh,
unless.
that's me.
Yes, it's me. I met you guys in Three Oaks a little bit ago. We got attacked. We solved the book journal page thing, whatever the hell that was. We went to Fireballs, then we went to the apothecary, and then we headed east. Or at least we were going to head east. And that's the last thing I remember, except for waking up on the dirt and what the hell is going on?
I'm too hungover for this.
Yeah, the in between was you
Yeah.
died. Welcome back.
The service was nice.
You're stuffy now.
I just love the bluntness of you're a stuffy now.
Yeah, that's why he's just kind of like stunned and not saying anything.
There's no nice way to put it.
He tries to stand up, but realize he technically already is.
yeah, he already is. God, it would be weird if it feels like he's just kneeling the whole time.
Yeah, it's just like
the worst torture. It's just like, I feel like I'm kneeling, but I can't stand up.
He just turns to Trig and like, have you heard of this before? And then Trig is just like makes like a loud grunt, like I don't fucking know.
Yeah, just like cocks his head to this side and stares at fucking Hayne like, fuck you think?
Fuck no.
Just thought I'd ask.
Alright. So, Kotran, you are now in this form. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I don't really know.
Valid. Yeah.
That's fair enough. I'd offer you some water, but I'm not entirely sure you could drink it.
Oh, yeah, that's oh.
I don't know. Yeah, this is strange.
You're telling me? I'm the one living it. I don't understand what's going on.
While he's talking, Hayne just kind of like moves up next to the doll and just starts poking it.
Stop it.
Can you feel that?
Yes. Can you feel this? And I punch him, well, basically bop him in the knee.
Cotton bop
Oh,
in the knee.
1 minus 1, 0 damage.
Orca kind of just walks over to Hayne with, like, looking at Kotran as just holding her cup of water, like, and just staring and just, like, she's just very amazed with the entire thing.
This is oh, cool. Mm-hmm.
Kutrin starts reaching into where he thinks his pockets are, realizes he doesn't have any pockets, and say, hey, does anybody have my stuff?
Ooh, about that, buddy.
Yeah, did we keep any of his stuff? I'm pretty sure we
Nope.
just buried him with
We
all
buried
of it.
him.
You did bury him with it.
Okay. I don't know. Well, there was a funeral, and we buried all your stuff with you.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, Cantor, you kind of like poke at your feel around as you're looking for your pockets and stuff. You feel a stick on your back, and you pull it off, and it's just a tiny twig.
Goes for his preferences.
So the stick is nothing. Well, the twig is nothing. It's just a twig.
It appears to be like, as you're holding it, it feels like it's part of you.
Why does this feel like a part of me?
Feel like what?
I don't know. It feels like I need this stick.
As weird as it is, you probably do.
Maybe whoever brought you back felt bad and gave you something you can beat things with?
It's a stick. It's probably not going to do much.
Whoever brought him back clearly has a sense of humor.
I mean, stick is better than tiny little stuffed animal hands.
Yeah, at least he can now distract somebody.
I doubt in the film reason that it would be intended for close-range combat. It may be less stuff and more a bond.
Well, I mean, I I'm a bard, so I could play an instrument and whatnot, but I don't have an instrument now.
Well, maybe it's like an orchestral wand, and you just like you wave it around like you're directing a symphony.
Um,
I mean,
I'll wave it around for no reason, I guess.
Alright. You wave it around like you're... what is it, a fucking conductor?
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Like you're conducing music, and...
Don't think that's a word.
I mean, it kind of.
like a conductor for a band. And you hear like a slow melody that's only audible to you.
Oh, I can still at least play music. Somehow, I guess. I have no idea that they can't hear it, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure can, buddy. Just kind of like look between us, like, I don't fucking know, shrug.
Is that doing?
You're doing great, smile.
Someone's mic seems to be picking up their audio from.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I have my mask sound turned off, so I don't fucking know.
It's B.
Oh, how do I not do the echo?
It's because you're using your AirPods, honey.
I'm not using my AirPods.
What are you using then?
My laptop. That's it. I don't have anything connected to my
That's
laptop.
why.
Yeah. You should,
Yeah,
you should use my headphones
when
in.
you speak, your mic picks up the audio coming out of the speakers of your laptop.
Yeah,
Ah,
for now, just
okay.
turn your speakers down just a little bit. That'll probably help a lot.
Either turn your speakers down or just turn the music volume down.
I mean, yeah, either or. Whichever is
Yeah,
easiest.
music volume down is probably better.
All right, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down pretty a lot.
There you go. Cool.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Much, actually. Well, besides for this stick, I'm not really a fighter, so I don't do anything except like casting magic and whatnot.
Nice.
Maybe you can use the stick to cast magic.
Yeah, and he'll just randomly try and cast message and talk to Orca, but realize that he don't have that spell no more.
Yeah. You try to cast message, thinking to yourself very hard as you point, and nothing happens.
At least I thought I could cast magic.
Try singing, if that's what you used to do as a bard, while you cast with your wand.
I didn't really sing so much as mostly just played an instrument.
Hmm.
I don't really know much about magic. I'm not really much out there.
You know what kind of problem this seems like? A morning problem.
Wait, what time is it?
Late as fuck, my love. Late as fuck.
And I
She's just
guess
gonna
I should
like
sleep, maybe?
kind of just like watch him for a minute and just like Yep. Nope. This is a morning problem. Good night, friends. And just go and like put herself to bed.
Just watching Mal go to their tent, and it's just holding this mug of water and looking at Kotran, and it's just sitting there, and she says, "Is there anything you want to do that we can do in this moment? Like, do you want to sit down?"
Want to talk about it?
I mean, I kind of just need to come to terms with this, I guess. I don't know. But I will say this.
That makes sense.
I will say, since they were desperate to kill me and succeeded, and I don't want them to know I'm back, so maybe just don't call me Kotran anymore.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I'll have to think of something. I'll let you guys know in the morning. This is a lot.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Feel free to rest. We're doing the third watch anyway.
All right. Well, whoever needs to go to sleep, go to sleep.
Hey, you're ready for this watch, right?
Did he fall asleep?
Oh my.
Oh, I just realized you were talking to me. I thought you said hey, not Hane.
I mean, you
My
chose the
bad.
name, so.
Orca
Go ahead.
walks around the fire, and though she has her face towards towards the fire, she's also just looking out into the darkness in the forest, and just sits quietly while she sips her drink.
If anybody's looking at Kotran, he's just over there, just like looking at his arms, looking down at his feet, stretching his arms out, seeing how much of a range of motion he has, realizes he's very flexible now. There's no bone.
Hane is very distracted by the living toy in the group now. He was going to use this watch to try and get to know Orca, and now he is just way too distracted to think about anything other than the talking fluff toy.
You guys that are awake for third watch, go ahead and roll perception.
Copy that. 1 second.
I accidentally rolled the GM, but Josh can see it.
Oh, hey, B. Make
Who's
sure
the
you
GM?
switch it over to all.
Copy that.
Yeah, the ape makes sense. He's a little distracted.
It feels like the statement of the year.
Roll
Yeah.
20's having a moment.
Yay!
Roll20's always having a moment. It
Yeah,
is always Roll20's moment.
it is.
Always.
Kotran's just over there clapping in front of him and then reaches behind him and claps behind him. Realizes that he can easily do that with no problem.
Alright, doing the perception check. Did it go through?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went through.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Not on
No.
my end.
I haven't seen it yet.
Go
Did
to
you
him.
switch it over to all instead of self on your out? Oh,
There it
there.
is.
Love it.
Hey man,
Wolf.
I've definitely rolled worse.
Why have my rolls been so bad?
Listen,
That's
as cliche as it might be, Orca is a little bit of a fish out of water, yeah.
That
This
I
has
get it.
been a fucking day for this girl.
she's hung over.
It's her first time getting drunk. She just
She's
watched
having a
someone get
moment.
murdered in front of her, despite her attempt to help. Like, yeah.
Valid. All right. With that stunning roll, Orca is just very focused on the fire. She's kind of barely aware of the dead bard now turned into a stuffed animal, just like looking at himself, and she's looking at Haynes like it's severe attention on the spectacle itself, and she's just looking at her water and trying her best to not just keel over and die.
You okay over there?
I will be fine. How are you doing over there?
Existing? I guess. I don't know.
I can imagine that this has been quite a shock for you.
Yeah, definitely a shock.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear the clanking of boots on the road next to you. As you guys are just off the road, and a small battalion of armed guards comes running up, almost initially past you before they stop, and they're like, "Hey, excuse me."
Orca stands up.
I'm sorry,
Very-
I didn't realize that there were sleepings. Have you seen a thief come through here recently?
Orca, still kind of swaying but trying to seem steady, very briskly says, "No, we haven't seen any thieves."
Damn, they're good. Keep your eyes out.
Well, hold on. What do they look like?
Well, they look like an owl. Like a big owl. But they
Orca looks
walk
direct-
on their feet. I suppose they could fly. But I haven't seen them fly.
Well,
And then one of the next to him, like, elbows him, is like, well, we did see him fly the once when he escaped from the bank, and he came out the top and, kind of glided his way down to the bottom. And the first guy's like, well, that was more gliding and not flying, but I suppose if he could do that, then it makes sense that he could flap his wings instead. And the third guy goes, you guys are idiots. He probably can fly, but he's also very sneaky. So if you do see him, let us know. We'll be on the road. Since none of us can fly. Right? And the other two, right. Alright, let's go. They just go trudging down the path.
Good luck.
that was peculiar, to say the least. So, on top of the latest development tonight, we also now have an owl-like being to look out for. Wonderful.
And even worse, owls. I'm pretty sure they're nocturnal.
You guys hear off in the distance, you hear, and then a shouting in the distance goes, and rustling through the trees.
That was a little muffled because of the volume of your voice. So I think
Yeah,
you said
fucking
the voice said who, and
Yeah,
they
there
said
you
there
hear
he
you
is.
hear a noise off in the distance that just goes, and then you hear one of the guards go, "There he is!" And then there's a bunch of rustling through the trees.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the same for anyone.
Nope.
We did not hear the who at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Listen, we understand it's there.
We,
it's just
we
not
get
coming
the
through.
joke.
yeah.
I got the joke. It
Yeah.
didn't come through that time either. But we get it.
It's yeah.
That
It's,
was
it's
funnier,
fine.
honestly.
That who was great.
Yeah. It does not ask who. It asks whomst.
Hoomst.
What the fuck?
This is why we don't get anything done. In
Yeah. Well, it's because the rest of the question's implied, obviously. For whom does the bell tolls for thee?
Anyway,
So how are you doing, Hane?
I'm doing alright. How about you, Orca?
I could be better. I have been better. But I most definitely have been worse. So at least I'm conscious.
Do you have a habit of being unconscious?
Not voluntarily. It happens,
Ooh.
and I've had a instance in the past that was an unpleasant experience. So how are you processing with our friend over there?
It's interesting. Cause like we set him to rest. And we buried all of his stuff with him. The only reason we have the doll is because, well, Elias grabbed it for some reason.
Something brought him back.
Yeah, and something brought him back and put him in the doll.
Who, though? That's the question.
Yeah, usually there's some kind of like arbiter who like takes the soul, puts it in the body.
You'd also think he would remember having some sort of conversation with somebody before waking up in the doll.
Right, it sounds like he just kind of died and then woke up out of the doll.
Hey, Josh.
hey,
I have, detect evil and good.
yeah,
Could I use that?
you can.
Why are we laughing? Now I'm
Nothing.
nervous.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Okay, let me.
Mike's an idiot. Don't mind him.
Yeah, go ahead and click it.
I'm giving
Oh.
a second. I gotta like. pull it
Okay,
out
I
on
understand.
Roll20. Oh no.
No,
on,
it's fine.
It's fine.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Go ahead.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm just
Now
waiting
I'm
for
concerned.
Roll20 to do its thing.
Yeah.
Bang.
Come on. Could you please?
Detect evil and good.
Okay, there we go.
It's such a weird spell because I'm sure in older editions it probably would have been alignment based and that.
All right. I press the thing.
You did
Yep.
press the thing.
It is there.
Yep. Well, I can tell you right now that there is no consecrated or desecrated land around you. However, you do sense the presence of two undead within 5 feet of you.
Well, considering the not Cotran over there that
Oh, and an aberration within 20 feet of you.
Oh shit.
Orca's just staring at what used to be Cotran, and she's kind of marking that in her head as a, okay, that would make sense. And then she looks to Hane and just kind of gives him a questioning look, trying to figure
Oh,
out
it's not coming from Cotran.
who's it coming from.
Hane and Trig. Are the undead, and the aberration ping is coming from Wolfheart.
She
Already the
She-
mess. I love it.
she processes Wolfheart being an aberration. She kind of thinks back to herself and is kind of just like, that's another question for another day. Let's focus on the main one at hand. And she turns to see Hane. And she's kind of looking at him and asks very politely, like almost conversationally, so you're not undead in any capacity, are you, Hane?
Well, I usually like to wait until I've gotten to know people a little bit better before I let them know. But yeah, both Trig and I are undead. And I
Interesting.
remove my hat to show that there is no head there. Just a little ball of blue flame.
Also, in addition to that, you would get a slight hint of Fey coming from Poppy.
Orca's just looking at the flames, and she's not feeling panic or anything, just mere curiosity and confusion. And she merely nods and she says, I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I mean, that's deeply enlightening, and I don't want to intrude on that part of you. Unless you wish to
Cantor,
tell me.
as you're like sitting there, just enveloped in yourself, suddenly the area gets slightly brighter, and you're just due to your passive. You glance over and see that Hane, where his head should be, is just fire.
Ooh. Interesting.
I mean, we all got our thing, right?
Yeah. You're not really intruding. I'm a proud undead. Like, I'm not sad about it or anything. It's just I usually don't tell people right away, just because there's a stigma with undead that's like we're evil, and that's not the case. And so I usually try to like get on people's good sides before I share that information.
Orca nods softly, and she says, well, you've had a good impression on me. I don't doubt that you're not a good person. It was just a surprise. Thank you for telling me this about yourself.
No problem.
How long have you been like this, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I woke up about 6 years ago. So I'm guessing it's been about 6 years. I don't know if there was like a transient time that I don't remember. But before I woke up, I don't remember anything. So you can kind of think like I was born like this. I haven't known a life where I wasn't undead.
I see. Peculiar, but I see. Before Three of Oaks, where were you?
Well, that's a little bit private, if you don't mind.
She takes, an-
I
she takes another sip of her drink and nods in understanding. No, of course. I understand that on a personal level.
yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of other undead there, and I don't want it to kind of get out. And so, um, you know, with the stigma, I don't want people to just go to my hometown and just try to burn it down because that's where all the undead live.
I understand. Understand completely.
Well, I've told you a bit about myself. What's something interesting about you?
Something interesting about me. Well,
Yeah.
I like the ocean. The last town I was in before I came to Three Oaks was Merida. I do miss it still. I'm guessing you've met a lot of undead in the past? Have a lot of friends?
I mean, you can say I was raised by undead. Think of it like an undead commune.
I like that. Sounds nice. There's a community of some sort. Reminds me of home a little bit.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
I believe it.
Wait, how'd you know I was undead anyway?
Um, it's one of my spells that I know. I was simply curious to see what was around. Keeping watch, after all.
God,
Yes.
is Cantor undead?
What was that?
Is Cantor undead?
I don't believe so. No. You would have think, but he's not pinging as such.
Yeah, I was a little excited. I thought maybe this was like some kind of new ghost that like possesses toys. But I guess it's something else.
That would have been interesting. But I'm wondering if whoever brought him back is hanging around here somewhere, but it's too far away for me to see.
Maybe Elias brought him back.
Oh,
He was the one that had the doll. And he seemed pretty gung-ho about completing his last business or whatever.
that would make sense, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. This entire situation is just bizarre. But it is a theory.
We'll have to ask him in the morning.
Do you think he'd answer if he was?
Oh, he'd definitely answer. Whether he gives us the truth or not is what matters.
Yeah, that in itself is a gamble.
Don't worry, I have a way for rating people.
I'll take your word for it. I can't wait to see what he says. I wonder if the doll itself was meant to keep people safe. Like it was supposed to be a gift for his daughter. If that makes any sense?
Like some kind of guardian angel.
Perhaps.
Do you think he's an angel?
The stuffy.
Yeah. Like some kind of celestial.
I do not believe so. I would have been able to detect it.
Oh.
That's
What
all
is
just
he?
Kotran. Maybe he knows. He knew about it, but for right now he can't remember it until he spent some time.
Maybe.
On the bright side, at least we have 3 people for a watch, rather than just 2. Even if it's mainly a
And it's
lookout.
at this point that you hear some rustling in the trees
Trig is right there.
above you.
Not to not include Trig, but Orca turns towards the rustling and immediately stands up.
But you don't hear the rustling, only Hane hears it.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. I said Trig's right there, and someone else is over there. And this
You see
symbol
the
is in
figure
this general
stop
area.
in the tree and like slowly turn. They're not hidden from you. You see an owl in the tree, just like walking across one of the branches, and it just like stops. It's like, I've been spotted. How unusual. As I make my way from treetop to treetop, I need to be more careful in the future.
Hey mate, you said that out loud.
They definitely know I'm here. Hi! You see the Owlin is not wearing armor, but does have various, like, sashes that are all trimmed gold. A style of which you would recognize from the wonderful gentleman that assaulted you in the streets of Three Oaks.
Oh, the like Golden Reapers or whatever.
Yes.
Gotcha.
They haven't replied yet. I wonder if they're deaf. Maybe if I make my way more stealthily down the tree, they won't notice me moving.
Orca doesn't see this, right?
Well, you know he's there now.
I pointed it out to you. Yeah.
I pointed it out. He has been audibly speaking as well.
You know we can hear you
They're not
as we're
deaf,
speaking.
just slow. I understand. Come up with something witty. Hi, just roaming through the night. That was stupid. Why would you say that?
Come out into the light.
If I stay in the shadows, I'm easier to hide. If I go into the light, it'd be much easier to detect me.
The more
Maybe
you
I
keep
should stay
talking out
still.
loud, we can find you.
Shit.
Also, the shadows didn't really stop you from hiding from me, so think that ship's already sailed.
Darkness.
What he
To
said.
introduce myself. He just like drops from the tree onto the ground. Goes, oh fuck, my ankle. And like begins like casually, kind of limping toward you, and goes, "Hi, I'm Burgundy." And he holds his hand out to shake yours.
Orca just kind of stares in just confusion and just merely nods at him.
Not familiar with our customs.
I
Stranger
shake
in
his.
this
I'll shake his hand, and when I shake his hand, I'll try to pickpocket whatever he tries to pocket from me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
$16.
Okay. You guys tied. So as you go to pickpocket him and he goes to pickpocket you, your fingers interlace.
Wasn't this romantic?
Clearly.
I've been had. He's very unusual. Yes, this is quite weird.
Did Hayne put his hat back on, or is he still hatless?
No, I put my hat back.
Oh.
It was more of just like a
quick
a
reveal.
momentary take the
Yeah.
hat off. It wasn't like a permanent take the hat off.
He's very unusual. Glowing ball of fire staring him in the face. I wonder why.
It's quite peculiar, unusual.
I don't know. This guy seems like he's got a solid 5 in wisdom.
Orca just kind of looks at this owl person named Burgundy and is just like, what are you doing here? What do you want?
Come up with something witty so they don't know you're hiding from the guards. I'm just out for a late night stroll.
Oh, so are the guards looking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw them?
It's not long.
Ooh. I have to remain hidden. Perhaps you can blend in with the group. Mind if I stay here for the night?
Well, they already came by asking for you, so they probably won't be back to ask for you again. I look over at Orca. I was like, do you care if he joins us?
Orca just glares back at Burgundy and says, you can stay, but the moment you act against us, you're getting kicked out.
Good, you've been accepted as one of them. Yeah, absolutely. That's not a problem at all. I'll just... Oh, I'm up. I can sit and chat with you guys. Let them know you're a good conversationalist. I'm really good at talking to people.
To yourself included. Orca just sits down and just keeps looking at him through the fire, crossing her legs and drinking the water.
Don't let them know you talk to yourself sometimes. Absolutely not. I have no conscience. Oh, that came out wrong. I'm sorry. I don't talk to myself irregularly. Good cover.
Yes, I'd say you talk to yourself quite regularly.
It's a
He just
stunning...
looks at you and is like, I have nothing witty to say to that. Pretend like you didn't hear it. And he just looks off in a different direction.
Why does it feel like he's breaking the fourth wall every time he speaks? So what'd you steal?
Tell them you stole nothing. They don't know anything about it. What do you mean? I haven't stolen anything.
According to the guards, you were a thief. And they did describe someone with your description. So, makes me think they want you.
Plus, your outfit makes it look like you're part of the Golden Reapers, which isn't exactly the most reputable group of people.
How do they know about the Golden Reapers? How do you know about the Golden Reapers?
We know. That's what matters. So, confess.
You idiot. Well... I stole a vase Yes, good cover up. It was very priceless to those guards. That one was
Produce
worth
it
100
then.
gold. It was 125 gold. You idiot.
Well, produce this vase.
Tell him you broke it. Well, that's the thing. I lost it when I was running from the guard.
What do you think of that, Hane? Him just lost the vase.
I don't know. Someone with as fast fingers as you, I severely doubt that you just dropped it. More likely you have it hidden away somewhere in the forest.
Don't let him know about your hidden stash. Yeah. That, I guess, could be a possibility if, somebody was good at hiding things.
Show us where your secret stash is.
Deny that you have a secret stash. What secret stash? Why would I keep anything in the forest away from my house?
Orca just stands up and she walks around the fire towards the direction that they had first seen Burgundy. So you're saying you don't have anything hidden in this vicinity of like these trees?
That's correct.
What about this way? Just start playing hot and cold with them.
Jesus.
I definitely don't have anything hidden over there. Or anywhere in the forest for that matter. Good cover.
This priceless vase that you stole from them. What exactly makes it priceless? Did you steal it from some kind of nobility, or like a magic man, or what's going on?
Well, it's supposed to have a spirit inside of it. You idiot, you're giving away too much information.
A spirit? What kind of spirit?
I don't know. I hadn't
So-
gotten that far before I put it away. I mean, dropped it.
So
Well.
you left a priceless vase somewhere.
No,
Presumably
I
dropped it.
Yep,
Presumably dropped it.
exactly.
And there is a spirit inside the vase. The vase didn't break?
No, the vase broke.
So what's in the vase is now gone.
Yes.
Josh, I don't sense any other aberration, do I?
No.
Okay.
Spirits would also be undead, but you don't sense any others.
Gotcha.
Well, you, my friend, are in luck. Because spirits happen to be my specialty. And I'm sure if we can find your spirit, we can find the vase as well.
Oh, good. You see him, like, standing there just looking between the two of you.
So, why don't you take us to the last place the vase was? And we can go from there.
Make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage.
Yay! 17.
Okay.
Damn.
Almost in that one, too.
I think we could trust him. He's good with spirits. Okay, yeah, let's... sure, I'll take you to the last location of the base. So, it's over this way. He just begins walking off, toward the north.
Fantastic. Trig, hold down the fort. Cantor, do you want to come too?
He remains motionless. He doesn't even respond.
Oh, I
Do you
think
think-
Cantor figured out how to sleep.
Do you think Trig can keep watch for us all, or should I stick behind?
Oh no, he's a great sentry. Used to be a soldier, that one.
Good to know. All right. Let's see what's going on.
Alright. We follow Burgundy, the owl.
Alright. You follow Burgundy. He leads you to a fairly large tree. And he very easily climbs up the trunk of it. Before slipping into a hole partway up the tree.
That's a little on the nose.
And then you hear a bunch of thuds and oofs and what the fucks from inside the tree as a hidden door opens at the base. And you see his feathers are a little ruffled as Burgundy opens the door.
Interesting. Orca goes in.
I follow.
Alright, yeah, you step into this very tight space, as it is just a large tree. And he's like, well, here it is. And he just points at the feather-covered ground.
You live alone, I see. Quite tight
Yes.
in here.
Yes. This isn't my house, but yes, I do.
This isn't
Very-
your house.
This is a stash. I don't live in the trees. I'm not a wild animal.
My apologies.
It's very hurtful.
Strangely empty for a thieves' stash, though.
Or is it? And he just like moves his feet around, kicking up all the feathers, revealing nothing. And he's like, where did it go? He like checks underneath his arms and everything. And like even holds his leg up over his head. It's like, oh, it's not there. Well, it was here.
So a thief stole your stash.
Or the guards found it when I was hiding here.
Well, that would be unfortunate, wouldn't it be?
Yes. Yes, it would be.
I will start inspecting the area to try and find where the vase could have gone.
Alright. I make an investigation check.
12.
Oh, okay. You don't find a vase. However, you do find what appears to be a hidden lever next to the door.
The door that we just came in from?
Yes.
Alright. Ah. Now what does this do? And I will hit the lever.
All right, you hit the lever, and the false floor lowers itself partially before separating a little bit, revealing a hidden stash below. He's like, "Oh, that's right. I forgot I had that installed." And you see a very nice vase.
What else
Sitting-
you got?
A few dozen silver pieces,
Oh, okay.
a few copper,
Sure.
a gold bracelet, and an eye patch.
Eye patch. Interesting. Just like a basic eye patch, or does it have like a cool design on it?
It's just a basic eye patch,
Oh, okay.
designed to go over a left eye.
Okay. I guess certain races you would need to specify what side of the head it was on.
Orga takes a
Um,
look at the vase in question, just kind of investigating it.
What are you trying to investigate about it?
I just want to see
you-
what looks as. I mean, I'm
What it-
just
what it
saying,
looks like?
examining it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just
It's a
examining
floral vase, so it's just covered in various flowers. It looks nice. It doesn't look incredibly expensive, but it looks nice.
it. Kane, can you feel anyone in this vase?
Yeah, I'd like to vibe check the vase.
Okay.
Yes, vibe checking.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Right. I was not expecting Arcana, but okay.
I guess what are you checking for? Just
So,
oh, you have a thing. That's,
yeah,
that
with my
will relate to
ability,
this.
like when I'm trying to like understand like an object and like what goes into it, it's weird because just like with people, it's usually an insight check.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah, we can
I'm
do
basically
it.
I'm reading the soul of the object.
Yeah.
Cool. 22.
22. Okay. You don't sense anything within the device, within the vase. However, you get the feeling that something used to be in here.
Yes, I do believe that this vase used to house some kind of spirit, but unfortunately, the spirit has freed itself.
Fuck, they're gonna kill me.
Why would we
Who's-
kill you?
I was gonna say, who's gonna kill you? The spirit or whoever you stole the vase for?
The second one.
And who's that?
I'll only tell you if you promise not to be mad.
Well, it takes a lot to make me angry, so I won't be mad.
I can't promise I won't be mad, but I wouldn't tell you I'm mad.
Well, if you can't promise, then I won't tell you.
Fine. I promise I won't be mad.
Are you telling him the truth, or are you lying?
She's telling him the truth. It's just a very annoyed truth.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Me?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. He believes you. Okay, it was the...
With
it
his
was
-3 insight.
The, was the Golden Reapers. Yeah. So...
Okay, so your own people.
Mm-hmm. It was an important spirit.
Who was it?
Some guy, name start with a K. Honestly, I don't remember. It wasn't that important to me, but I guess it was important to them.
Okay. As in Cantor? Cotran?
Kotran. There you go.
Kotran. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Orca just kind of looks at Hane and is looking at the vase and is thinking about Kotran back in the camp, and she says, so they took his soul, and when it left the vase, it must have jumped into the stuffy.
Oh, is that who that is? Well, I should probably go collect that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll go with you.
Perfect. All right, let's head that way then. And he like reaches past you and flicks the lever so that the floor closes again. I suppose I'll lead the way. You guys can follow behind me. Yeah. And he just opens the door and walks out. Heads back toward the camp.
Hane, are we gonna really let him take Kotran?
Of course not, but it'd be much easier instead of having to race him back, just to follow him back and then wake everybody up when we get back.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. She jumps out of the tree and starts walking briskly behind Burgundy.
And we follow him back to camp, but before, like, just as we're about to get to camp, Hane is gonna take out his gun and shoot it up into the air.
Okay. All of you are immediately awoken by a loud bang heard nearby.
What was that?
And like,
as everybody
cowering
wakes up, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. You're the DM. Do your thing.
and like cowering from the sound, Burgundy is just sitting there like, what the hell was that?
Oh, sorry about that. It's just a weird tick I have. I have to shoot a gun every hour, all going crazy.
I thought that was thunder.
Oh yeah, that's a much more believable lie.
All the excuses of all the lies. I really just need to shoot on the hour.
You would see me shoot the gun. I'm literally fucking holding it over my head.
I wish this bird was just like, but it's not on the hour.
Orca just
He happens to have keen mind, so he knows.
Yeah. How sure you believe all our lies, hook, line, and sinker, but that's the thing you have a problem with.
It's like, if you're gonna lie, at least make it kind of believable.
Hey, Hayden is only kind of smart.
Hey, man.
See.
Hey, man. Kind of smart is the most dangerous one. Listen, the kind of smart is what got K2 through all of his bullshit.
This is true.
K2 is much smarter than Hayden.
That doesn't mean that he wasn't as equally willing to do something stupid, though.
Yeah,
It's
true.
just he can think about the consequences more. And then decide, fuck the consequences, I'll deal with those later.
As everybody is getting up from the startling sound of the gunshot, Trig is going to whistle at everybody and then go running into the forest.
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
And I started to follow, but I'm like, hey man, I'm not a dog. You can't just like whistle at me like that.
He ignores you.
Orca kind of just jumps behind Burgundy and tries to keep him down. She's trying to keep him down, just keep him steady.
Okay, yeah, sure. Make an athletics check.
Alright, let me see.
I would like to help.
Oh my god, okay.
I'm assuming
You're
he has proficient with athletics then.
Yeah.
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 So you can roll one more time.
And take the higher number.
I grabbed Cotran.
This was
He
also
still
a
remains
question I
motionless.
had. How big is Coach? Is he like normal plushy size? Like
Yeah,
just
he's-
grab him in a
small,
hand
plushy
and
He's a
off we
small
go?
creature.
Yeah, he's a small
Okay.
creature.
Well, I
Well,
wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if
well,
maybe when
I
the
mean,
magic like took hold and he
yeah.
like grew a little bit or something.
You
Like,
Yeah,
he's-
you got the magic. You got the magic mushroom from Mario.
because I keep thinking Ted, and Ted is much bigger than an average like teddy bear, and so
That's
I'm just
true.
like, but
I don't
and
know.
so
I've
I
seen
just
some
am trying
large
to.
teddy bears, but technically he's no bigger
Oh yeah,
than
there are
2 feet
big,
tall.
but I was just curious on like if we're talking like an average size teddy, or are we talking like slightly above average size
Yeah,
teddy?
I'd say
No,
Ted was like dwarf size, where this is closer to like,
Yeah, it's
like a normal teddy bear.
Ted was still only
Yeah.
like 2.5 feet at most.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
But you
fairly
still
big
roll
teddy
again.
bear, but not fairly big creature.
You have an advantage, so you can roll one more time. Take the higher.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy that. Doing it.
Pain is giving you the help action, so you have advantage, which means you roll
Awesome.
twice. Take the higher number.
All right, 12 it is.
At least it's bigger than 1.
Even in his startled state, he did roll higher.
Shit.
So he goes, it's a little booze, and flies off into the night.
Oh my god.
Can I shoot him as he flies away?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I'm not a level 2 rogue yet, so I can't aim. So this is just a normal shot.
Just close one eye. Put the
Oh.
Oh, it breaks
Your
because it
gun
misfires.
Yeah, misfires.
Well, it doesn't break. It's just
Yeah, it
he
just
can't.
misfires. You hear
Yeah.
the
It jams.
and then it gets stuck, and
That's why you don't fire your gun straight in the air.
I just did.
I think
you just you hear one last quip from Berg, and he's flying away, and he goes, they're gonna kill me.
Oh wait, I can re-roll.
Oh, can you?
Oh no, not
I-
again. He doesn't even have sorcery points, and he's still making it work.
So
Yeah.
I have an ability. When I roll that one,
It's
I roll
actually
a
a halfling.
d6. I roll a d6, and usually something bad happens. But because I rolled a 6 on my d6, I get to try again.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my
Reborn
God.
bullshit.
God damn it!
Oh,
I
I'm
rolled
not.
another one.
The spirits have divined it destined.
I I have a vision of a moment of triumph where my gun jammed again back then too. What? How the fuck does that happen?
Well, it's a vision of triumph misremembered. You're using the wrong weapon, so it jams.
My gun. It's a memory of a time I my gun jammed when I didn't want to shoot somebody. There you go.
Amazing.
It's like a storybook right there. God.
Truly just peak cinema.
Yeah, no kidding.
And as he's flying away, a moment later, you hear, "Oh, there he is!" And then a net get launched into the air.
Yay!
Thank God.
I thought maybe the guards could have heard the gunshot, but I wasn't sure. It's been a while.
They were returning to the city and just got lucky. They were going
Nice.
toward the sound, and he just flew overhead. And then you hear another one. It's another ruse!
Oh my God.
God damn.
Christ.
I rolled for all that shit too.
Oh jeez.
Jesus.
This makes it better, honestly.
It's like, is it gonna get away? Nope. Oh shit. Alright. Yeah, what now?
At least someone got him.
as we were pretty close to the camp when all this started, I'm assuming everybody gets to where we're at pretty quickly.
Yeah, like a moment later. Yeah.
All right.
What's going on? What happened?
I'm still at camp.
Orca's just bent over, like it's just kind of just like existing, and between like heaves of breath, she said, "Weird owl, creepy tree, vase, Kotran."
That sounds like the guards might have caught them. There might be a reward. Go running off towards the guards.
So,
Yeah,
like,
you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so, like, do we just like go back to bed? What are we doing?
I like to picture that Elias is still wrapped up in his sleeping bag. He didn't even bother like undoing
Hey,
it.
hop the whole way here.
Absolutely, 100%.
Either her sleeping bag just has like leg slits.
Yeah, it just opens up just wide enough on like on the feet so that he can waddle over.
That's so stupid.
You guys are both wrong. It's a sleeping bag / bodysuit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say this guy has like the primo kind of sleeping bag where he can just stand up and it's basically just pants. Like
It's a onesie bag.
yeah.
Pretty much.
If you want to go back to sleep, you should. Sorry to wake you.
Yeah, I was having just the most pleasant dream.
Explain
What
what the
was the
fuck just
dream?
happened. Ew, no. Don't answer that.
What do you think I dream about?
Don't want to know!
I don't want to know what you dream about now.
You guys hear off in the distance. You hear, "Whoo! Stop it!"
Orca just kind of yells in the direction of the hoot. Shh. And he's
Oh,
just like,
yeah, that did not catch on at all.
That
honey.
did not. Yeah.
"Oh
No.
my God."
I heard shh, and that was it.
I'm assuming shut up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that
Do I-
Do I find the
Mike?
guards?
Yeah, you find them. They're only about 50 feet away.
Cool.
They're just behind some thick trees.
Oh. Well, it seems my plan worked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this was all part of the plan.
That's what you did a good job at luring them out.
I take out my badge and I say, "You can send the reward money to the 13th Hour Detective Company."
It's really good. Holy shit.
All right. I wasn't aware that there was reward money, but if there is, we'll send it over.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Have a good night.
And I just disappear back into the forest.
What are
You
we-
hear them discussing amongst themselves as you're leaving. They're like, "Wasn't that guy at the camp? Yeah, I think he was. I don't
What the fuck?
understand." No, never mind.
What the hell?
And then you hear "Why are you dragging me? I have rights." And then you hear, "And lefts, whack."
Yikes.
I thought my jokes were bad.
I will return to the party, and if Orca is still bent over and unable to tell them the whole story, Hane will fill them in.
He just kind of like waves her hand in his direction, just like gesturing him to go with it.
Yeah, yeah. I fill everybody in with how we conversed with the owl man and followed him to his stash and found out that he had the soul of Kotrin in a vase, and somehow it got into the plushie. Still haven't figured that part out.
Yeah, convenient then that the Farrier of his soul was incompetent.
Quite lucky for us that we ran into him.
Yeah. Honestly, one slight problem though. His boss probably isn't gonna be happy. And they now know that his soul's in a stuffed animal.
Well,
Just
the easy
freely
answer
roaming
is
about.
Did you tell him the soul was in a stuffed animal?
Orca did mention that, yeah.
I mentioned stuffy. I wasn't particularly in the specifics.
That might have been a poor choice.
In my defense, I didn't
It's all
think
right.
he was listening.
Yeah, it happened.
I mean, we've all had our share of bad ideas before. I once made a, we're not going to get into that right now, actually. Maybe we should...
Elias, this is now the dawn where you realize that stuffed animal just talked.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I'm a little... I thought I was up to speed on... I'm not quite... Is that thing talking?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I just I pick Cantor up and I'm kind of just like observing him, like a scientist observing a specimen, just like very interesting. And
This
when did
makes
this
me
start?
incredibly uncomfortable.
Hayne is watching Elias very carefully because I think he's full of shit.
I think you did this, you son of a bitch.
I started like kind of like so it's like, so are you like all like are you just like all fluff on the inside? Is there like some sort of like mechanical component to this? Kind of give him like a squeeze.
How the hell do I know? I literally just woke up like this.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, someone built you, right? Like, how does this work? Like, what is this? Is this a prank? Like, did someone just like put I don't know, like a sending spell in this thing, and I just think I'm hearing it talk?
Elias, my name is Kotrin. You remember me as a blue tiefling? Does this sound like a fucking joke?
I mean, I know a lot of really demented people, so kind of, but I'm gonna take you at your word.
I wouldn't make up a joke like this. I am not that smart.
So, yeah. Well, anyway, then I just go back to studying him.
Can you stop looking there? It makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
I'm trying to figure out how you work.
Why are you focusing on where his anus would be?
That's what I'm
I
trying
don't
to say.
really care.
Put me down, please. Thank you.
Well, I'm not really concerned about his anus. I'm kind of more concerned just about the do you eat? Do you defecate?
I don't know. I've been awake for an hour and a half.
Someone get this plushie a sandwich.
I'm not sure right now is the time to test to see whether he can eat right now in this moment in time.
Yeah, let's save that for
when
the morning.
Isn't it morning? I mean, it's pretty close, right? What time is it?
Like 4 a.m. maybe.
Oh. Yeah, no. Yeah, 4 a.m. is not problem-solving time. I'm going back to the cart.
Yeah, Wrench is back at camp with the cart and the horse, and she's just having conversations with the horse, like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going chasing after gunshots into the forest. How about you? Right? Doesn't this sound like such a stupid idea? Who goes chasing gunshots into the forest and then at like 3 a.m.? Not me, that's for sure. Just hanging out with the horse, waiting for everyone to get back, keeping an eye on the cart since everyone else just took off.
So I walk back into camp. It's 4 a.m. actually.
As Han walks back into camp and realizes that Ren didn't follow, he suddenly realizes he doesn't know who this woman is.
Yeah. Huh.
I remember. I remember you being with us before, but like, I don't think I ever actually caught your name.
Funny
You
how that
didn't
works.
even-
And she just goes back, lies down.
All right,
Same.
I guess introductions in the morning.
So before I walk,
Too early
before
for this.
before I get back in the cart, I just walk up to Han and I'm like, approach conversation with that one delicately. She seems to have many buttons.
And my buttons aren't asleep yet.
Or maybe you're just really good at pressing people.
You know, I think that it could be both. I think that it could be both.
Little column A, little column B.
Orca returns, and this time, instead of water, she's just making herself a cup of coffee. And just, like, takes a huge gulp of it. Do you want coffee, Hayden? Can you have coffee, actually?
No, I'm on a diet.
Right, of course. The undead diet. Of course.
Undead diet.
The only time I start my morning with a coffee is if it's dwarven. Am I right? Huh? Huh? Yeah? No? High five? Maybe? Yeah?
No.
No one?
I can't high five you. I'm not tall
Yeah,
enough.
Mel just like walks up behind him as he's like high five. She doesn't even know what he's talking about. She's just no high five for you.
I take the coffee cup from Orca. Like, we haven't told the others yet about who I am. Remember?
Orca just kind of looks at him and says, maybe no one will ask about it. She like whispers this just to him.
So what was that you just said, by the way?
Nothing.
Ren just sits up really quickly and she's like, oh my god, go back to sleep. Wake us back down.
Okay, Mom.
I agree with the nameless woman. Why don't we all just bed down and finish up the night, and well, we can all talk about what the next step is in the morning.
I don't know. I was just kind of curious. I didn't think this was gonna be like a whole big. All right.
And I'm assuming we continue our rest? Question mark?
Hayne
I assume
cleans his
so.
gun.
Stupid gun. Misfiring twice on me, you stupid.
Stupid gun! You made me look bad!
You made me look bad in front of my new friends. God. That's why
Alright,
you think I
you-
don't know how to shoot
no.
a gun.
Screw you, gun throws into the fire and misfires. Watch it!
And Kotrin,
Flint.
Kotrin
Flint
just...
just.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, Orca flinches at the misfire.
They were just memeing.
Oh,
Don't mind them.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
A lot.
I was just gonna say that Kotrin sits back down and then proceeds to just be motionless again and looks just like a stuffed toy.
God, that's creepy.
is he just sleeping or just disassociating completely?
Well, I do have a little bit of a personal experience with this. I think it just kind of turns off.
Like an off button?
Exactly.
It's not an off
Wonder.
button, I'm just resting.
Or maybe he actually does sleep.
As you were, Cantor. Or Kotran.
Cotrantor.
I like it.
I'm gonna go back to the hideout and get the gold bracelet.
Okay, yeah.
As well as anything else that I didn't see immediately when we were there.
You go back to the hideout. You know that there's a door there. You just aren't sure how to open it from the outside.
That's alright, I just walked through the door.
You walk through the door.
Gee, this isn't gonna be stupidly broken. Hayden doesn't need to pick a lock. He just walks through the fucking locked door.
Hold on, guys.
When
Let
I
me.
could walk through everything. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, I know, right? Hold on, guys. I need to pick the lock. Goes inside of lock to pick lock. All right, I get it.
Couldn't you have just gone on the other side and unlocked it? Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I couldn't
It's not as
show
fun
up.
this way.
Yeah. So, I'll grab the gold bracelet and the assorted silver. As well as anything else that might have been less obvious, like it was like even more hidden than just in the trapdoor or whatever.
Nah, that's all that's in here.
Oh, okay. How much silver was it?
It's 26 silver.
Cool.
The gold bracelet is worth 15 gold.
Cool.
And there's 4 copper there if you want it.
Sure. You can buy a round for half the party later. Seeing how sounds like only half of us actually needs to eat anything.
I can eat, I just don't need to.
Same. Just shove it down my throat hole.
Oh
Yeah.
Crazy?
no!
I don't like the word shoved.
I don't like
implies,
any of that.
that implies a lot more violence than I would care for.
That like throat hole. That was.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm uncomfortable.
Argus is sitting back, keeping watch, waiting for Hayne to come back with his stolen stash from the tree.
With the stolens.
The stolens indeed.
And the original owner needs to just then steal it from Hayne to complete the steal circle.
I come back and I'm like, I'm back from the market. Did you want half?
Orca just looks at him and says, "No, thank you."
Okay. That's good because I don't know how to split a bracelet.
What are you gonna do with all that stuff?
Well, a lot of it's just money. So, buy things. The bracelets I might sell. I might save it for another purpose. I don't know.
Do you mind if I take a look at it? I don't want it, but I just wanna see what it looks like.
Sure. Why don't you take a look at this eye patch too?
Eye patch. She grabs both the bracelet and the eye patch, and she's very puzzled with the eye patch, trying to see if there's like anything on it besides just eye patch material. She wants to see if there's like anything left behind from its past owner.
A single gray hair.
Ew.
Yeah.
Tear stains.
Peculiar about the eye patch, but the gold bracelet's pretty. Not sure how much it's worth. Do you
About
think maybe
15 gold.
So let's see. And she just gives it back to him.
Might be able to get more for it though. Depends on who I sell it to.
And maybe at that next village we go to.
I'm good for the rest of the watch if B is.
I am too.
Cool.
Your watch, the rest of your watch goes off with nothing.
Yay.
Lovely.
You all awaken gaining the benefits of a long rest.
Yay!
Yay.
So off to Nafa.
8 and Alpha.
That one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each square is a day's travel, so
As we're like,
My God,
oh wow, yeah.
that's a lot of squares.
That is a lot of squares. As we're packing up to leave, Hayne will go up to Ren and he says, well, now that you've had your booty rest, how about we try this again? Nice to meet you. My name's Hayne. And he puts his hand out.
You also notice that today she looks, I mean, she's the same person, but she does look different. Where before she was like a more pale with like red hair and green eyes. Today she woke up, she's a lot more tan. She's got freckles everywhere. She's got like blonde hair and blue eyes because we've gone to summer today.
Okay. You're one of those that just changes on the day. Got it.
Whatever she feels like. And she just looks at you and she's like, oh, hi. And she reaches out and shakes your hand. She's like, my name's Bluebell.
Oh.
Or kind of just stares at Bluebell, like processing the change, and she's thinking about what she detected last night, but she keeps it to herself, and just kind of tries to ignore it.
You get kind of like as you shake Haynes' hand, you get kind of like a feeling of disappointment. And he says, "It is nice to meet you, Bluebell."
I forgot to say thank you for trying to catch me when I like fell/tried to jump off the roof back in Three Oaks. It was a good attempt on both of our parts, let's say. She's still shaking your hand.
Mel's
Yeah,
just
well-
behind, like, laughing at this.
Anybody
Yeah,
want
well, I
breakfast?
thought I'd at least try to make it a little easier for you. I'll try harder next time.
I'll try harder not to fall off the roof.
All right.
She starts packing up her stuff.
Who wants breakfast? I'm making pancakes.
I can use some pancakes.
Oh, she gets sweet during the summer. So many don't. Oh, that's awesome.
At the mention of the pancakes from Elias, she's like, I'd rather choke on dirt. Keeps rolling. He's rolling up her bedroll.
Okay, so no pancakes for Bluebell. Anybody else?
Oh, God, I am good.
Alright. Okay, well, I'm making some.
Yeah,
I know
I'll-
someone else said they want some.
I'll take some
Orca
pancakes.
raises her hand.
I want to see if I can actually eat.
And actually, you know, I'm definitely making you. That's definitely a thing that's happening. I'm also gonna, you know, I'm gonna make you a lot of things. Now that I think about it, but we'll start with the pancakes.
Oh, and speaking of names, since you guys were talking about names with Hayne and Bluebell, I've decided to definitely not call myself Cotrin anymore. I just call me Cantor for now.
Cantor. All right, I can do that.
Red
it's like-
just stops rolling up her bedroll and turns, and it's like, I'm sorry, what's that?
Oh, yeah, good morning.
That would be Hoomst.
He's a stuffed animal now.
Who?
No, that was the owl guy.
Yeah. That was Burgundy.
Why is the stuffed animal talking?
No idea.
Oh, we
Yeah.
don't think about it too hard.
Blue
His
Bell.
skull was taken, and then he just showed up
Yeah, Blue
in the
Bell.
stuffed animal.
You remember me from what I guess was yesterday as the blue tiefling. I woke up in like this now today in the middle of the night last night, so
Oh my god, Kotran!
basically
It's a different look, but you're pulling it off.
I didn't do this on purpose.
Well, it's better
s-
than being dead. In my
I
honest
mean,
opinion.
true.
Bright sides, Kotran, or Cantor. Bright sides, Cantor. Grass is greener, glass half full, all that sort of stuff,
Yeah, I know. It's just still a little bit of a shock to me to
Oh, I'm
to
sure.
notice.
I don't know what I would do if I woke up as a stuffed dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, that also could have been worse.
I bought this dragon as a birthday gift for my daughter a couple days ago.
We'll find a new one.
I mean,
new
it's a
stuffy.
good thing you didn't buy, a stuffed leech, snail, fish.
Those have been really popular lately. Yeah.
That would have been a lot harder to travel and find her with something that's alive.
Oh, no, I meant like a stuffed animal leech. You'd be surprised. They've really picked up in popularity, like Mel said. I don't know why. It's just like a black blob. But people love them.
Never seen a stuffed leech.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't. Because that would have been much worse.
I just grabbed this one because last time Tia and I were walking through the market, she saw this and she loved it, but I couldn't afford it at the time.
I have to ask, how fast do you walk? This is just a curiosity thing. We have a lot of traveling to do, and I don't want you to feel left out of the group because you fall behind. Are you going to go in the cart? Do you want someone to carry you? Or are you just going to walk with us? How's this going to work?
I don't know. I've not tested how fast I can walk. I mean, you want to race to see how fast I am?
From here to the tree, and I just point to a tree like yay off in the distance.
Okay, and I look back at Hayne. We don't need a starter gun to start us to run, so.
I wanted to actually join in.
Oh, I mean,
Can
you're
I
welcome
race?
to. Yeah, join in. Anybody else who wants to test a race? See how fast they are. All right, somebody count us down and we'll go.
I'll count. Alright, at the count of 3, race begins. 1, 2, 3.
And we start
And we're
running.
Yeah, you race. Does anybody have more or less than 30 feet of move speed?
Mine is 40.
All right, show off.
Man, being Jed has its privileges, apparently.
Yeah.
So, Hayne wins, and then the
Yay!
two of you tie.
Oh,
Well, I don't think walking will be an issue.
there you go.
During the race, Haynes' hat falls off without him realizing it. So as you guys are finishing the race, there's just a guy with no head waiting at the tree.
Is there just nothing there, or is
There
something
is a
there?
ball of blue flame.
And okay, well, I'm sorry. Your hat was doing enough to cover that up.
There's a
It is a very wide brim hat.
Okay.
it is a
It's
very wide brimmed hat.
It's one of those racing. It's one of those hats that old ladies wear at the races. It's real big.
Well, he's also got like a very thick raincoat on that like goes up like over the face.
Big old collar on it.
Yeah, big old collar. And at the back of that big old collar of the raincoat, you can see is a bent wire frame of like what used to be a clothes hanger that was keeping the hat aloft.
Hey, fella. You seem to be missing something there.
Orca comes behind him, picks up the hat, and just gives it to him.
Ah. Well, seeing how we're sharing things about ourselves today, I do not have a head.
Clearly.
That's a way of saying it.
I wouldn't say you don't have a head. You just have a different kind of head.
Yeah, all right. You can say that.
I mean, I'm seeing a very severe lack of head. That's just me. But like, I'm not saying my opinion is the correct opinion. I'm saying that's what I'm getting from this.
Every time Elias talks, the corner of Ren's eye just like twitches.
Yeah. So, Trig and I are technically undead creatures. We are not evil, and we don't want to hurt anyone.
That's cool. I'm technically Fae. It's not as neat as your thing, but like, I don't know. I just you shared with me, so I thought I'd share with you.
Is he even telling the truth?
Yeah, no, I'm a dusk elf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He is elf, as far as we can tell.
Well, I mean, as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah. There. It's true.
Shelf.
You can see
Yes.
the souls.
Yes, he is an elf.
Oh, okay.
My God, we're going to attract so
Gonna check.
much attention. Here we go.
Oh,
So
That was hilarious.
Why would we
Attract-
go?
She totally got cut off. We're gonna attract so. And then
Well,
just faded out.
it cut and then it lagged because I heard the rest of it.
So much attention everywhere we go.
Well,
Why
I
would we
mean,
draw
that's,
attention?
that's what the hat is for.
I mean, I can just pose as a stuffed animal, I guess. 'Cause they were saying it was very creepy last night if I just sit there and don't move.
Speaking of which, how would you feel about like if I attached some like removable straps to you so you could be worn like a backpack? We're not gonna put things inside you. We're just for like carrying.
I was about to say that would be very uncomfortable. The straps, I don't know. I don't know.
Give it some thought.
So while having that entire thing after the thing of like, oh hey, no head, Mel just like has her face covered and just like, I thought I was getting away from this shit. It is just like sitting by
no.
Wolfire, just existing for a moment.
Don't cry. I'll put the hat back on.
I
So
don't
Cantor-
think that's gonna really. It's a great effort.
Cantor, how do you feel about claws? Could I build you claws? Would you like that? Would that be useful to you?
How the hell am I supposed to know? I don't have much of a reach here.
Well, yeah, but like, you know.
What are we gonna do? Throw him at people?
Well, if someone gets close to him, and it'd be a lot more useful than not being able to do anything at all.
Well, he did hit my leg yesterday, and there wasn't really any strength behind it, so I don't think claws would really help.
I mean, if they penetrate, like, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think you can swing hard enough that if I put claws on your tiny little nubbin that you'd be able to like actually hurt somebody with it?
I need nothing.
You know what? Let's
Honest-
find out. And I walk up to him and I punch him as hard as I possibly can in the leg. And with my height,
God.
that's right about the knee.
Well, let's say I'm 6'6", so probably it's more Shin territory. But
I mean, still.
Shin? I'm not 6 inches.
Yeah, it'd be about the knee.
Yeah.
for a normal sized teddy bear,
I'm a plushie, not a
No,
beanie baby.
yeah. No, he's not a normal sized teddy bear. He is like a fairly large one.
He's a small creature.
Yeah.
okay.
A little smaller than a halfling, basically.
He's
All
a
right, I thought,
story,
okay. I know
kill
we
with a
had the
bullseye.
conversation. Earlier. I thought I was paying attention during that, but I guess not.
He is carryable, but it's not like he's not just like a normal 6-inch tall stuffed animal.
Okay. So, well, God, what's the verdict on the punch?
The verdict on the punch is you take no damage.
Yeah.
1 minus 1.
Yep.
Well, on that note, maybe we should start going.
Yeah, I'll keep brainstorming something for you. Don't you worry about it. I got you.
I mean, I feel like I can cast magic, but I don't know what yet.
I don't know that I got a whole lot for that, but we'll see about it.
Did any words of inspiration come to you in the night of what you'd have to say in order to cast spells? You know,
Baja Blast.
lyrics or whatnot?
Really, Ryan? I don't think so.
All right. I don't really know how magic works, so.
Anyway, does
I'm
anyone
gonna
want to
get
ride in the cart?
So
Because I'm
much
gonna
shit for
start.
my family.
So I'm gonna start driving. So if you guys feel like walking, that's fine. But I got room for 2 people. 2 people plus Cantor.
Arga jumps into the cart.
It's not like I take up much room.
Exactly. Actually, Cantor, you're sitting up front with me.
But I was also going to say, it's just I mean, you're talking about, armor or weapons or something for me. I just wish I had some kind of armor of some kind as I'm poking myself with my stick at my chest, and I apparently cast mage armor on myself.
Nice.
So well, that's neat. I can't do that. I can build you regular armor. It wouldn't be regular armor. Or I can build you armor, but I can't. Yeah, it wouldn't be the shadowy thing you just did. I don't know how to do that.
Does anything happen to the plushie to thematically show that?
Yeah, he's suddenly well dressed.
He just has a little
A black
bow tie.
tuxedo appears on
Oh my God.
covering his body.
Quite dapper. Quite dapper.
Yeah, black tuxedos, tiny
Top
monocle,
hat and
little
all.
top hat. Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting. I was like, oh, it grows real dragon scales. Nope, a fucking tuxedo.
Well,
It's
again,
just looking at
again-
Kentor, and she's just got a furrowed brow, and she's just like, how come I don't get to look like this when I use my mage armor? And she just sort of looks up into the sky, and it's just like, hey, what the heck?
Who is she yelling at? Does anyone know? I
No
Hi,
idea.
clearly.
She just rolls her eyes. She's like, it was dramatic for dramatic purpose. Come on.
I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know who you worship.
Mel's just calmly walking with Wolfar's just. Do you regret starting this journey? I kind of regret starting all of this journey. I feel like I had an option for this. Did you have an option for this?
no.
Mm-mm.
Hey, old man, you really want to walk, or did you want to get in? Save yourself the trouble.
He doesn't acknowledge Elias.
Playing hard to get, huh? All right.
Ew.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, you, ma'am, need to get your mind out of the gutter. All right.
You need to stop saying weird shit.
The only person making this stuff weird is you, alright? I've already explained to all of you, I am in a committed relationship.
Poor woman.
Hands don't count.
They do if they're hers.
Ugh.
They still don't count.
Okay, well. Now the doll's going in back, so.
Hayne and Trig are just kind of like trailing behind the cart. Trig has like his arm over like Haynes' shoulder, and Haynes just like, I can't believe I made her cry.
Mel gives it a minute and she'll just like drop back. It's just like kind of hesitant, like tap his shoulders, just like you're fine. It's just gonna take me a minute. Hey, at least you're real. Holy shit! And just like pat his shoulder a couple more times.
You hear a voice on the other side of you that's like, really? And we're not?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're not physical, so fuck off!
I was just like, hey, you're real, and like she like pats your shoulder, but not like reassuring, more just like actually testing to make sure he is.
Yeah,
Okay, you're real.
you're a real nuisance in my life. Hi. What do you want?
Hello, you're real.
Just kind of looks over at whoever.
What are you talking to?
Nuisances.
Nuisances.
Do you have
Or
anything
prisons.
specific to say, or just to say that you can?
Well, I was going to tell you a story, but now I don't want to anymore.
But now instead, demonic screaming.
Instead, wee!
Instead, here's Wonderwall.
Instead, 99
Worse.
bottles of beer on the wall.
99 bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of
gosh.
beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer.
See, this is only hell for her, because no one else can hear this shit.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, Elias looks at Melano doing what he thinks is talking to herself, and then looks over at Bluebell, who he thought was talking to the sky, and then just looks back into the back of his cart and looks at Orca, and he's like, You don't talk to things that aren't there, right?
Orca just kind of has her eyes closed and
Talking to
him.
God.
Yeah.
No, I don't speak to things that are not here.
Sorry,
Right.
what? Just talking to God.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure. There's a lot,
What What counts as not real? Just because you can't see it doesn't make it not real.
You're one of the. Okay, now I'm just gonna confuse myself.
I apologize, will you stop the singing? Or is it too late for me?
I'm not singing.
Not you.
Make it a good apology, and I might. 97 bottles of beer on the wall.
95 bottles of beer on the nope.
Don't like full body turn to whoever.
In the direction vaguely.
Yeah, well, not even vaguely. She knows exactly. It's just
Oh,
full
yeah,
body
that's true.
turn and stop and just. I sincerely apologize for calling you a nuisance. Can I please be forgiven for all the others who have, especially for expectations, due to the fact that others come to me to scream a lot. Please. I'm very tired.
Accept your apology.
Thank you.
Now you better watch out. There's owlbears in this area.
As it just fades away slowly, still singing. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
He's
you
fully
do,
just like stopped. She doesn't even keep watching. She just
you
stopped.
do
and just-
notice as he like fades from existence that his whole body is just ripped to shreds.
Just mangled.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
She takes a moment and like catches. Hey, there's owlbears in the area.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have voices that speak to you?
Random voices? No. Yes? They're not mine. That doesn't explain anything. Spirits are assholes. That's where I'm going with that.
Wait, you can talk to spirits too?
Unfortunately!
Wait, but I didn't see anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elias uses spirit vision all of a sudden. Oh, that's a lot of them. Or not Elias, sorry. Hayne.
I would say, yeah, I can't do
Wrong
that.
person. Yeah, wrong person. Elias tries to use spirit vision. It fails.
It fails.
Yeah, don't know why almost no one else can see the ones I can, and it's... they scream a lot.
Do you want to jump into the cart, Mel? Rest a
It
bit.
doesn't get rid of them.
I don't know how I feel about you inviting people into my car.
You
I thought there
invited
was
me
an open
first!
invitation. I thought there was an open invitation for two of us.
Oh yeah, it was, but it was an invitation given by me.
My apologies.
As you know, you and I, we don't know each other like that. Our car, you know, we don't work together.
Anyways. Well, they have their argument. Yeah, no, yeah. The only thing we could vaguely think was, weird in-between planes of spiritual existence. And I get the lovely joy of seeing them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're not actually here, they're kind of like
They are, but they're
in
not.
between. Yeah, I can only talk to
Yeah.
spirits that are actually here. I can't reach the in between.
Yeah, so you don't get the ones that are stuck in the loops, do you? Or that start screaming and get angry because they realize they're dead?
No, I get those too, but they're just not in between. They're very much here.
Yeah, see, we don't know exactly why I can see them and others can't, because we've been to a lot of people who can see spirits. No one else can see the ones I do.
Who's we?
My family. This has been ongoing since I was like 4.
Is it like a family curse, or is it just
No. Just me.
you?
Which it might be a family curse. I'm adopted, man. I don't know.
Oh. Well, me too.
Yeah. Not even technically true, it just is.
Yeah, sorry. They just kind of pop out every now and then. And... Yeah.
Well, I don't really have a lot of experience with curses, but spirits are my specialty, so maybe if I get the chance to speak to one of them, can help you figure out what's going on there.
Ghost check.
There are several around you.
Just points to one randomly. There are so many. Here's one. There's another. That one's stuck in a fucking loop. Forest is a hellscape of them.
But none of them are actually here.
Oh, but they are.
It's
For you, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a loop of like violent death or anything. They're just tripping over a root over and over again.
Which is how they died, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, shit! Clink.
Yeah,
Over root onto rock, dead.
pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. It's my... Sorry. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry I can't be more help. Yeah, I've already really been doing this whole spirit detective thing for a couple months. Still trying to figure out all the different ways things can get fucked up after life.
Definitely makes sense. My grandmother paid a lot of money to find everyone who knew anything that she could. She still kind of does. So kind of makes sense on why you were never brought into it.
Yeah.
She finally kind of relaxed on finding someone who knew anything about it a couple of years ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, most of the time it's just finding like spirits, like if they're like being mean to people, I just kind of like take care of them, and then if they need help, like I kind of help them kind of like pass on so they stop bothering people. I haven't dealt with something of this magnitude. This sounds a bit more complicated.
It is. Yeah, I try and stay away from the angers and the screamers. Cause one, it hurts my head, and two, angers hurt when they hit. So that's all you.
Wait, so even if they're in between,
Oh yeah.
they can still touch you?
Yeah, some of them can.
Huh.
Yeah, the angers amass enough energy that they can interact with the physical world. And some of the really old conscious ones can too. But
Do you mind if I try something?
go for it.
Josh, I would like to just kind of like touch her on the wrist, see if I can see anyone. Like it's just like just making physical contact is enough for me to enter whatever border ethereal that she's on.
Yeah, you grab her wrist and you don't see any change.
All right. I then put my hand through her wrist.
Okay. You do so, and once again, notice no change.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she definitely grabs her hand back after this, like, warning!
Sorry. If you were ready for it, it might not have worked, but then it didn't work anyway. I'll ask next time.
Thanks. I don't want it to be a next time, but thanks.
I mean, I don't do it a lot. Just like if in combat, if like I need to run through you or something, I'll warn you first.
4.
I guess that's the best I can get. I'll take it. Sure. Yeah, warnings are nice.
Awkwardly, just walk in silence for a bit.
Yeah, she's just gonna straight walk next to Wolfhard again. It's just that. Yeah. Okay.
Everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh boy.
I forget I have bad perception.
Wow, roll 20
Woo!
really just is doing things tonight.
What did I get? Nice. Incapacitated.
You got 5 damage.
I rolled. It's yeah. It's not damage, but
Yeah.
memory overload.
The highest of those is a 13, which is myself and...
All right.
Hold
That's
on, hold on.
depressing.
Yep. Okay, that was great.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
All right,
just a
so
really
you all
random-
keep walking, and suddenly Hane just stops for 6 seconds.
okay.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. It's like I was in a city for a second.
Look around at all the trees surrounding us, like,
A city.
Day's weird, man.
Yeah. It happens sometimes. I have like weird visions. Don't worry about it. I just start walking away really fast.
Okay, Raven Simone.
Raven, that's funny.
I can see into the future.
like
Not
that
the
one.
future. I wish it was the future. That would actually be helpful.
Should we expect this to happen at like really inopportune moments, or is this just like a fun, expected circumstances?
I mean, to be
Like
honest,
we're running for our lives, being chased by owl bears, and all of a sudden you go comatose for like a minute.
I mean, well, it's never it's not usually that long.
Usually, that's not
well,
comforting.
I started to say it's not really ever that long, and then I saw options 1 and 2 are both for a minute.
Exactly. I was like,
Well, I mean, maybe Haynes never experienced those before.
True. Yeah, it just it's not that common. It happens every once in a while, and it's never happened more than once, like a day. So I should be good for like the rest of the day.
So you're saying we should try and get it out of you, like right as we wake up?
Please don't.
Okay. I'm just saying it would save us from a really inopportune moment.
Some of them are really different.
If you want, well, explain different. Like, are you gonna go on like an undead murderous rampage different, or are you just gonna like
No.
sink into the earth different?
By different, I mean, well, it feels like I'm living someone else's life.
So, like a flashback?
Weird question. You sure it just isn't your life?
Well-
Before the.
Well, maybe, but I don't know.
How do you talk about that? How this all came about? The whole undead thing? Are you comfortable with that? I'm just curious.
I'm comfortable talking about it. Yeah, it's my life.
Oh, so you do remember?
I remember waking up, and I was like
Dead?
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't remember anything before then.
Oh.
So as far as I can remember, I've never had a head.
And how long has that been?
About 6 years.
Oh, not that long then.
No.
Where did you wake up?
That is private information.
Okay. Did you wake up? Was Trig with you? Like, did you guys like wake up at the same time, or?
No.
Is
I'm
Trig dead? Too?
Trig, who's just kind of walking nearby, just from his hat, just kind of parts a veil to show a skeleton face.
Oh, nice.
Ren again is just like got so much attention. We are not subtle.
Look, man, it's fine. He's the dead Triggerman.
No, Trig, he was there, but I didn't meet him until much later.
So wait, did you guys wake up dead at the same time, or has Trig been dead longer than you?
Trig's been dead longer than me.
Oh, how long has Trig been dead? If Trig doesn't mind us knowing.
Well,
Also, Trig, you talk. Sorry, I don't know why I'm speaking like this.
well, I mean, Trig can talk, but nobody really understands him besides me.
Didn't he
Trig,
talk yesterday when you fired your gun?
he whistled.
Oh, right. Okay, that's my
Yeah.
brain misread.
Yeah, I actually don't know how long Trig's been dead. The very vague backstory I have for Trig is that he was a soldier in Koskarova and died during a major battle at some point. I don't know enough about the lore of this world to say
Okay.
how old he is.
So old, potentially.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. We'll say he's been dead a while.
A while, yeah. Wait, does
Yeah,
Trig...
wars have ravaged this continent forever. So
Yeah.
he could be any age.
Does Trig understand us? I never actually. I don't know if we did. We go over this?
He nods.
Oh, okay. Thumbs up. Nice. I just wanted to make sure, because I want to like talk to you, even though you'll sort of, be like a triangle system here, but it's fun.
Yeah. Well, he can understand you, you just can't understand him. He's got grave tongue.
Oh.
Fuck is grave tongue?
It's the language of undead creatures.
He's
Ghosts
like
are
dead.
Yeah, ghosts are different because they are incorporeal, so they don't have tongues. They just kind of will sound to come out of them. But like skeletons, zombies, ghouls, that type of thing, they all have grave tongue.
So are you a ghost, and is he a skeleton?
He is a skeleton. I'm unique.
You're a blue ghost?
I'm somewhere between a ghost and a zombie. Because I've got flesh, but then I can also become incorporeal when I want to. They
So
don't really know what I am.
So what do you prefer? Gombi or Zost?
Ooh, Zos sounds cool.
All right. There you go. Now when someone asks you what you are, you're a Zost.
So much better
Oh.
than Gombi, personally.
Yeah.
Gombi just
Listen, they're
sounds
the only-
disturbing.
There's the two options, all right?
Gombi is
Just-
too close to Gumby.
It just sounds like some kind of disease to me.
That
There
too.
you go.
Ew, he's
So
got
instead
Gombi.
of-
Get away.
I mean, most of the time I just tell people I'm Haim.
That's fair enough. But if ever they're like, yeah, that's your name, but what are you? And then you can just be like, I'm a Zost.
Undead.
And, well, I wouldn't maybe lead with that. That would probably, depending on where we are, there's probably some places that would totally be okay.
But if I say
most places-
Zost, then they're like, "Oh, what's a Zost?" And then I have to have that whole conversation.
But do you?
Or
But do you? Yeah, you could just be like,
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
could just leave that mysteriousness about it. I'm a Zost and just
Eh?
walk away.
See?
Ketosis and just
I
be
like
offended that they don't know.
Cantor gets it. Because let's be honest here. If you go with I'm undead, there will not be follow-up questions. There will probably just be stabbing. And that's not what we want. So
but if I walk away, then I can't talk to them.
chances are if you walk away after dropping I'm undead, they're following or fleeing. I guess
no,
one of the two.
I'm saying I don't usually walk away from people. Most of the time, people are like, "I'm done talking to you," and they walk away from me.
No, well, then problem solved. I still think you should just say you're a Zost. It just sounds way cooler.
We'll workshop it. Next time someone asks me what I am, we'll say Zost, and then we'll see where the conversation goes from there.
There you go. Does anybody else have any fun physiological traits they want to share with the class?
I was actually gonna ask you that because you're all like kind of shiny today, or yesterday. If I remember right, you're more like kind of orange.
Can't believe you called my red hair orange. But you did call me shiny today, so I guess I'll let it slide. But don't ever call my red hair orange ever again.
I actually don't know what color your hair is.
Are you?
But then how did you get orange?
That's the way you're shown yesterday, and today you're shining brighter.
Yesterday I was shining orange?
Yeah.
He doesn't have eyes. He probably doesn't like physically see.
Yeah, but orange? Oh man. Let's just put a whole damper on autumn. I mean, I know orange is a big part of it, but God, I prefer the red.
It was kind of like a burnt orange, if that helps.
I guess. He's like, fine, it puts a little more pizzazz on it, I accept.
Regardless
Better
of
than
what,
just orange.
regardless what color your hair is, it suits your face beautifully today.
Oh, that was actually really sweet. Glad someone knows how to talk to people.
Group shifting side eye to the cart rider. Elias was like,
I literally just did that look to the side that Stewie did to Brian in the one episode of Family Guy.
Just the
Kind of like, it kind of takes him a second. He's like, oh, wait, what? Did someone say something? Did I do what? What did I do?
And then we all just laugh.
Yeah. Anyways, she flips her hair over her shoulder. Does it no matter what the season is? We're hair flipping.
I mean, it's a requirement.
Yeah. Especially when you're shiny, you must flip your hair. She's like, I'm taking this compliment to my grave.
Listen, you were called shiny and very beautiful all in one fucking minute. So fuck yeah.
I know. Riding high. Nothing day for this day. And then she looks at the woods and she's like, don't fuck with me, owlbears.
And then everything changed when the owl bears attacked.
Wait, you've never seen people like me before?
No,
Oh.
I don't know what you are.
Well, we're very, very extremely, very common where I come from, which is the Feywild. I'm what's known as an Eladrin. I can change my physical form to match the season. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. I love running into the hoity-toity, think they're so special kinds of elves. That's my favorite type.
No.
Oh, and I'm sure you think you're just so fantastic, Mr. Dusk Elf.
I mean, nothing particularly special about me. I just, I know that coming from the Feywild doesn't mean a whole lot. Unless you care about that. Which
You realize your people originally came from the Feywild, so that means, you two are nothing to write home about?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying, yes.
Okay, so, why are you all up in my business? Do you have a problem with where I'm from?
With you specifically, no. With the Feywild, absolutely.
Hey, Elias, could you hand me that shovel because you're digging your own grave a little too fast right now.
I don't think that you could wield that shovel appropriately, buddy.
It was a metaphor. You misunderstood.
No,
I
I
don't
completely
see a shovel.
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure that I have one in here.
Again, you're missing the metaphor. You're digging your own grave.
Oh, no, buddy. I don't sleep in a grave.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Elias's sun don't shine attitude aside, yes, there obviously are negatives to the Feywild. There are negatives but everywhere. It's not like everywhere, anywhere you go is perfect. But Feywild is very beautiful. And so, yeah, I can change my appearance to match the different seasons. Yesterday,
wait,
what you
it's a-
sort of... Mhm.
It's a voluntary thing? I thought it was just something that, like, happened.
It depends.
Is it like person
So-
to person thing depends?
There are some that sort of, when you're younger, you sort of have less control over it because you kind of just, it's just sort of, your emotions kind of lead the way, but no one really has much of a, no one really cares too much when you're young. And then when you get older, eventually you sort of settle into the court that sort of feels the most appropriate to you. And then you normally end up just staying that one forever. And you can tell that she's like, boy, like does not like that thought at all. But that's only if you're in spring, summer, autumn, or winter. There are Eladrin who are not in the seasonal courts. They decided to go to the solar courts, and they're allowed to be whatever they want, whenever they want, which I think it should be like that everywhere, but I'm not a king or a queen, so it's not my decision. But yeah, so what you saw yesterday, or I guess saw. I'm gonna go with seeing. What you saw yesterday, the burnt orange, yeah, that was autumn, and today's shininess is summer.
It's about at this point the party notices
Mother, God,
a
freaking
a passerby approaching from the other direction, riding a horse. They appear to be dressed in robes, very young looking. It's a young looking human, late teens, approximately. Initial insight into kind of what he's feeling, he looks like he's in a daze. He's very confused as to what's going on, as he kind of is just glancing around. You do see he notices the party, but intentionally avoids eye contact.
When you say robe, do you mean like a mage's robe, or do you mean like a monk's robe, or like sleeping robe?
traveling, yeah,
Or
like what
just
kind of...
traveling traveling robes. He doesn't appear to be a wizard of any kind.
Okay.
Traveling robe.
So just like traveling clothes that just
Just
probably
traveling
like,
clothes that are more akin to robes than they are actual clothes.
so yeah, so probably more like a monk's robe than like
Yeah.
Okay,
to indicate like a wizard or anything of the sort.
got it.
Is there
Okay.
anything else distinct about his dress?
No, he's wearing white. It's not a dress.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The way he's dressed.
He's just
It-
fucking with you.
It appears to be very like it's well worn. It's not worn out, but it's well worn.
It's well
He
loved.
wears it often by the attire.
And is horse just walking, or is he like speedy?
Or he's just walking. He doesn't even look like he's controlling the horse. He's not holding any reins or anything. He's just sitting on it.
Oh.
And he purposefully avoids eye contact with us.
He does appear to be doing so intentionally, yes.
Well, if he wants to... Sure, see ya, buddy.
So I just kind of nod at him, like, morning, safe travels.
Yeah,
Watch
morning.
the road, there's owl bears.
Mm-hmm. A lot of plentiful around here.
A lot of what?
A lot of plentiful owl bears around here.
Yeah. Good luck to you, pal.
Keep your eyes open for the owl bears.
God,
Are you-
everybody fucking weird out here?
I spin around and walk backwards with the group, so I keep eyes on him as we pass him, and he
Okay.
walks off.
Well, as we pass him, like, and he's like, this after this whole exchange between him and Elias, he'll just be like, "Are you okay?"
You notice the horse he's riding is not a horse.
Oh god damn it.
Ah,
It's
It's an owl bear.
it's a human.
Oh my! That's not where I thought that was going.
What?
What?
Wait.
The
Like,
horse has the soul of a human.
Oh, like it's
So, like-
polymorphed.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like it's a someone shape changed into
Yes.
a horse.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I guess
A
it
lot
could also
better
be.
than
It can
what-
also be like
yeah.
a druid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
But like he's not like bound to the horse or anything, right?
No, he's not bound at all.
But he's kind of like in a daze.
He appears to be like a little loopy.
Okay. Do I get the sense like he's been like drugged or charmed or anything?
You get the sense.
concussed.
Make an insight check.
Sure.
Blood loss. He's got a fucking bleeding wound under there, so he's just like, whoa.
You do get the sense that he is suffering from a severe concussion.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, that'll do.
Yikes. That'll do her.
Oh. Buddy, you don't look so good. Did you fall off your horse?
Oh no,
Horse.
No horse, fine.
I mean, it looks like he's on the horse.
Yeah, it's a good horse. How travel well.
Yeah, he sure is, buddy.
he goes like pointing at Elias, and just his arm just like lashes out limply and then slaps against the horse. He just goes, huh. Just like full loss of like fine motor control.
I would like to try and like stop the horse as if I believed it was a real horse. It was like a whoa.
Alright, yeah, you very easily stop the horse. You just put your hand up and it just stops.
Yeah. And then I get really close. And it was like, listen, mate, your rider is not doing good. He sounds like he's injured. If like we can take a look at him if you want. Like so, but like if he goes on like this, he might go to sleep and not wake up.
Hey, I didn't know you spoke horse.
I'm just speaking common. I'm just whispering to the horse sweet nothings.
The horse like lowers its back end as to like almost sit. So the human riding it just slides off.
I try to,
I run over and
try to catch him.
He doesn't like fall or anything. He just slides and he's standing at the back end of it, and then
Okay.
you suddenly see the form of the horse adjust into the bulkiest human you have ever seen.
Fucking house and druid here, huh?
Yeah, basically. Like if a draft horse was a person.
Oh, you know what? Okay, that's a big ass fucking person.
Don't look that up on Google.
Mm-mm.
There will be results.
I don't want
Oh,
You cannot return
God
to the
damn it,
level of
Ryan.
ignorance you were before. Look, I've been sitting here silent for like a half hour.
This man looks like he bench presses boulders. Like,
Nice. Anyways,
yeah.
snap my fingers in front of the dude with the concussion
He
in
just
front of his face.
You say
What
something?
happened? I'm talking to the
Well, that's
to
not
the,
good.
to the big guy. What happened to him? He clearly has a
Did
concussion.
you like kick him in the head?
He was assaulted by fruit.
Bye.
He was assaulted by fruit?
Yes.
Where?
Alivara, his hometown.
Could I do, like, cure wounds on this guy?
You can cure wounds, yeah. It might not necessarily fix this condition, but if he's missing any hit points,
Would
you
Is
would
there,
heal
like,
him.
Would you consider a concussion a disease?
Yeah, I would. It'd be
So-
the closest thing I could think of.
Yeah. So B, that's something that you could use your lay on hands on. If you use 5 of them, you can neutralize a disease or poison.
Alright.
Which is fun for ending your friend's alcoholism.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
All right.
Don't mind that, we literally did that for a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
it's good
just
shit.
forced soberism.
Forced sobriety.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
that's one way
worst.
to doing it.
Is there like some kind of like festival in Hollyvara that they like throw fruit?
Are you asking him, or are you asking if it's just general knowledge?
I'm asking if it's maybe just like knowledge.
Make a history check.
Sure.
Can
Oh,
I do a
that's-
history check to remember the fuck's going on in Hollyvara?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no idea.
God damn.
Been
No
rolling
clue.
so many ones.
I know.
Oh.
So many.
No.
Oh.
God, this
Nope.
is a poor.
Yeah, Halivara, whatever's going on with the fruit, it sounds dangerous.
All right. Orca's gonna do.
They're lobbing whole coconuts.
Yeah.
She's gonna do the lay on hands.
Okay, for 5 points to
Yeah.
neutralize the disease. Okay, yeah, you lay on hands for 5 points, and he suddenly is like, oh my god, my head is so much clearer. Thank you, stranger.
Of course.
Does my 18 history check tell me anything about the fruit?
Yes, it does. Elias,
hope so.
you would be familiar with the Druidic traditions that exist in Holivara, based on rumors in the area that the Holivaran Druids conduct strawberry hunts every. Well, they're not just strawberry; they're fruit hunts every couple of months.
Okay.
And what do these fruit hunts entail?
That's
No
the
one
mystery.
knows.
Was the fucking strawberries as hard as walnuts or something? God damn.
Yeah. Like,
Well, it's more so that they're like, I don't
the
know.
green strawberries.
Oh, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
They're eccentric.
Strawberry is a
They're-
colloquial name for coconut.
Yeah, it is fruit hunt specifically. It's not just
Yeah.
strawberries.
They're feral, essentially. The
Yeah,
fruit are
but
feral.
it's funny. It's funnier that way.
Wait, what? The fruit
The
is feral?
fruit are yes. They're very aggressive fruit.
So they have
What
to
does that
hunt
even
the
mean?
actual fruit.
Yes.
So the fruit, and I look at the guy who had the concussion. I'm like, the fruit attacked you themselves.
No.
He was assaulted by fruit. Yes.
No, to be more specific, we were out. There was a group of 3 of us. We were out hunting the fruit.
There are noticeably only 2 of them now.
Yes.
Johnson didn't make it.
We had one of the blueberries trapped, and then I'm almost certain it was a melon of some kind fell out of a tree
Blueberry.
on top of me, and that's when I got the concussion.
Wait,
Got
so
melon by a
like,
melon.
That must have been a hell of a melon.
do the fruit just like suicide themselves? Like they fall out of the plant to
No, they're-
attack and then just
they're-
die on the ground?
They don't attack. They're not aggressive in that. Their whole purpose is to escape being caught.
Right, but
but
once
they're
they land on
very
the ground-
clumsy.
Like once they land on the ground, it's like, what? Do they got limbs or something?
Yeah, they just take off running.
What the fuck?
They're really fast, actually. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, so you're just you were just there for the fruit hunt. Now you're headed home, or
No, I'm from Halivara. I'm a student there.
you're a long way from Halivara. I hope you know
Yeah,
that.
we were seeking medical attention in 3 Oaks.
There's no medical
Well.
attention in Hollyvara when they hunt. That just seems like poor planning.
A lot of people die.
Why didn't you guys just stop and eat Alpha? There's a bunch of healers there.
Why do you?
They don't really like us going there for that.
Is it like a harvest event? Like, do you need the fruit to survive the winter?
No, not that.
Then why are you doing it?
It's tradition.
And people die?
Often, yes.
I put a hand on Hane's shoulder and I'm like, listen, druids and traditions.
This is the initiation process from just being a regular initiate to actually becoming a student. You go through the initiation phase, you hunt the fruit, and then you're a student. I passed because I wasn't killed. Just concussed.
Yeah, you don't get between
That
druids
is your
and
standard of entry.
And I did catch a blueberry.
Is the blueberry in the room with us right now, or
No, the blueberry is back at the campus.
So you,
The blueberry
need
is
the
in
fruit
my
again.
tummy.
No, I got the fruit already.
Hayne is just like he's thinking about this and just like he's realizing is like how many of his undead friends have caved in skulls.
but like, oddly melon-shaped too. Like, He's like, now that explains so much why they lie about how they died.
Well, it's like the swamps are right there too, so
I
it's
got
like
rolled over by a durian.
No, okay, so
durian.
most of the fruit is not highly aggressive. There was one incident a few years ago of the Great Strawberry.
Great strawberry.
What happened?
And how
with the
many
great
how
strawberry?
many
It was a-
people
it
did
was
that
a-
strawberry?
No, you misunderstand. It was a string of robberies. They were
Committed by
strawberries.
strawberries.
God damn it.
All right, well, you can go back to Hollyvara now. Enjoy your fruit.
We can. Brutus, horse, please.
He just does it.
Yeah.
You did
Man.
it.
Wow.
E2 Brute.
Try not to.
His fucking
know.
excited giggle on that fucking face.
I don't even know what to say. Good luck.
Wolfheart just glares at them maliciously as they're like moving away.
Oh, here's a sack of coins for your help. Just hands it to Orca.
Thank you.
Thank you. I feel much better now. And I honestly, I don't need the coin. I just found it on some dead guy.
Where'd you find the dead guy?
Oh, long past, my friend.
Oh, okay.
This was years ago. If he's still in the woods, I would be concerned. Because that means the owlbears are gone. And we need them.
Why do we need the owlbears?
To hunt the
it
fruit.
helped. Exactly.
Ah,
The fruit that gets away
okay, I see.
doesn't get very far because the owlbears.
It's a very invasive species. The owlbears keep them in check.
Yeah.
They are
Instead of-
good hunters.
Somebody instead of what they did where they airdropped the wolves from Canada into that one
Just airdrop the owlbears.
Someone came and did a magical airdrop of owlbears.
No. Guys, we all know how the owlbears got there. A wizard did it.
Oh man.
Yeah, they called it the Grand Hoot.
Oh god.
Grand Strawberry was infinitely better.
It was. I'm not as proud
Alright.
of Grand Hoot.
All
You
right,
shouldn't
well,
be.
have fun with your fruit.
That part's
hoot.
done.
You guys should
Have a hoot with the
Consider-
fruit.
you guys should consider medical professionals in the future. Okay, bye.
Or at least helmets.
Helmets would be a good idea.
Helmets aren't
Stop by
as
Odds and Enders.
As
and
you
Rockstock
guys-
for your own needs.
You guys start traveling the same direction.
Yeah, the awkward traveling in the same direction, but we already said goodbye.
Hey, can you
Yeah, he
pick
did.
up speed a little bit there, Brutus? Or
The horse just goes faster.
yeah, thank you. You're like one guy, we're a cart. It just makes sense.
Oh man.
Orca, as you look in the pouch, he gave you a sack of 10 gold.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
Lovely.
Money.
Well,
These random encounters are great.
that's notes notes to
The fruit
self.
hunters.
Never go to Hallibara.
Well, there is
For
a
druidic initiation.
I've seen some. Look, I've been around enough druids in my life. I spent years at the tree and the arboretum, and they're weird too. But hunting fruit,
That's a
that
new low.
that takes the fruit cake. Oh God.
Oh God.
Just eat the black and blueberry.
Ah, can't believe it.
I don't know if you also came up with that simultaneously as I did, or you heard me say it earlier.
Oh, did you say it earlier?
I did.
Oh.
I kind of whispered it to myself though. So
Well, I mean, like, it wouldn't hurt to pass through. Maybe, like,
It would hurt. Look at that guy.
Well,
It would
I didn't-
probably hurt.
No,
to
I mean,
pass
like, we
through.
don't have to do the fruit hunting just because, like, they're druidic in nature, and like, I mean,
Something tells me you
learn something from them.
Something tells me the fruit hunt is something you're just a part of, like the moment you're there. Like you don't choose to be part of the fruit hunt.
You didn't
Fruit
say
hunt
all
is like
of
a
them
part
were
of you.
aggressive.
No, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're not part of it. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm not.
I feel like if you're
I'm not
walking
hunting.
through the forest and the
Not
fruit
hunting
hunt's
fruit.
happening, you're there for the fruit hunt.
I feel like you're just as much danger from the fruit as any other wildlife in the area. It's
I
just
feel
fruit
like
themed.
Yeah, I feel like the only direct interaction you would have to have with them was if you were a druidic initiate.
And at a game, I'm kind of interested to see what feats they have for offer to learn from.
Fruit Slayer.
Fruit
Slayer.
It's like a
Fruit
weird
ninja.
mix on like the chef feat and like
Yeah.
it's fruit. It's chef and slayer, and you become fruit ninja. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chef and the slasher feat.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just like the chef feat, but you also have like favorite enemy plant, specifically from the fruit subtype.
That's funny.
Unless you want to be incredibly specific, favorite enemy cantaloupe.
'Cause I know it's only
Oh
the
my
second session,
God.
but we got to keep an eye out for these feat mentors.
Tried to
You
run
never-
away with the love of my life, but we cantaloupe.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds like one that you just looked up.
No, I didn't.
No,
That was beautiful. I love
Mike,
it.
We continue to Alpha.
you know that was it. That was just rattling in there.
Ah.
You heard it one time, like
We
15
continue.
years ago.
No, but I've heard it
Get
in the
me
past.
out
But
of
it,
this
fucking funny.
conversation.
Alright.
That was painful. Oh.
So yeah, I ate an alpha.
So you
Alright.
know how I was actually like sleeping in our room again? I'm good.
You don't even hear.
Get wrecked.
Chris, so you have to buy a fruit basket when you get home.
She's gonna start throwing it at me. You want to get assaulted by fruit?
An edible
Yeah, do it.
arrangement.
You'd be sitting there.
There
and be like,
technically
"How
are
do you like it now,
fruit in the
huh?
fridge
Huh?
because I brought
How does it
amethyst
feel?"
berries.
Okay,
Alright. So,
pineapple.
is there anything you guys would like to do over the course of the remaining 2 days?
Just finished crafting my
Okay.
new weapon to go along with my shield.
Yeah.
And I suppose if anyone else had anything they wanted me to build for them, they could make a requisition. I would just have to, have to make a business transaction, but no, it's up to a lot of you.
Hayne just watches while you work because it seems interesting.
Towards the end of the day, I would just like check with Wolfheart or like a quiet moment when we stop or some shit. Like, hey, like on that first day, like everything okay? Because I do read my messages right, and I'm just really bad at responding.
I know. Well, the clown posse seems to have finally shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's gonna last for.
It's fine.
Alright, are you sure there's anything else? Everything good? Anything I can do to help out?
I'd hoped we would have encountered one of those owl bears.
Really? we want to avoid them.
It's a combination of predators I've never seen before.
They're kind of assholes. A lot of assholes.
That's not surprising.
It's really not.
The owl and the bear are already. I can't imagine that combination to be anything less.
Yeah, there's still a lot of forest to go. You never know. Alright. She just kind of like pats his arm, just chilling, just like, alright, well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help, because it just kind of seemed off.
Tomorrow it'll be back to normal. It's usually how these things go.
Okay. That point still stands for tomorrow, too. And then I imagine some kind of like nonsense argument starts up behind us at this point, so.
Well, like the tail end of your conversation, Ren comes over and she just sort of like leans down, or I don't know if Wolfhard's like sitting or if we're all still walking. I don't actually know what part of the day we're at here.
I mean, probably the end, so, you know, we're like making camp. So, yeah.
She hops on over and she's like, hello, Mr. Dark and Broody.
Oh, Lord.
But then she reaches from behind her back and she just has like a little wildflower and she hands it to Wolfhard. She just gives him a pat and she's like, it'll be better tomorrow. And she heads away and just walks away.
Hmm.
What she said, but, you know, less bubbly.
Saccharin. Yeah.
You mentioned.
No, Mel's saying, like, yeah, she means the same thing. Like, yeah, tomorrow will be better, but she's a lot less bubbly in it.
Yeah. It's just the difference in how it's taken.
And then we make camp, and then life goes on for
Yep.
life.
Okay. You guys take your watch. Watches through the night. Nothing happens.
Already rolled on that random table.
Yay.
Yeah. I rolled on a random table for the whole trip.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
That's
what-
the battle bears.
Yeah, that's why Josh was like, you guys have anything to do in the next 2 days?
I also had something I was going to be trying to do for the next couple days, is just trying to figure out what spells he has.
Try to figure out your life again. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will help Cantor figure out his spell compendium, since I too am spell adjacent.
Okay.
Not my magic, not my circus.
I don't know if you
fucking
want to
know.
give me one that I figure out today, or some kind of event for one, but it's entirely up to you.
Hayne tries to help him channel his spiritual energy.
I would say as you guys are recalling the events of the day, suddenly an image appears in front of you of the person. Or I'd say probably of Brutus, as you guys are like, that guy was huge. And then his image appears in front of you as an illusion.
Oh,
Ren just
Oh,
like
that's
claps her
new.
hands.
I learned a spell.
Yay!
Oh my god.
And also, this is totally out of character. Just for those that aren't aware, I had Josh choose all my spells, so
Oh, yeah.
technically he would
Yeah.
not.
He
know
was
any of
very
these.
happy.
I remember
when,
you saying that last week.
Yeah, you told us last time.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I did.
Yeah.
He was very happy when telling me about some of the ones.
It just
I've forgotten them at this point, but
it reminds me of an amnesia campaign concept where just like everybody has like blank character sheets that like certain things don't become relevant or like known until they become relevant. Which is a great idea, except that just means the dungeon
it's a
master has
lot
to
of
juggle
fucking
all that.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a lot.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds fun until you realize, yeah, that's so much work.
I can't wait to learn spells when I'm under attack. Yay!
Yeah, basically.
I think what it would be fun at some point is to have somebody else create a character, and you just shuffle them between people. Like, here's the base for your character.
And
Have fun.
That would be fun, actually.
And that's when you have like that's when we all hit like the 1 in however many odds that just everyone gets their own back. Just like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All clerics. Everyone makes a cleric.
Jesus.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
Will you help Amethyst when you get a second? Make some pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Thank you. The oven goes off. Like the fire alarms will go off every single goddamn time she uses the oven.
Damn.
You bake, not broil.
That's the thing, is she's using pans I use all the time. At the same temperature, I use it all the time. But
That
every
just
single
somehow
goddamn time,
nearly
it's
sets the apartment on fire.
yeah, dead
Nice.
ass every time.
Talent.
And it's like nothing's on fire. It just sets all of the fire alarms off. We don't know why. So she just messaged me very sad because she wants pizza rolls.
I think
she
the
just
obvious
wants to set the fire alarms
obvious
go
answer
off.
is Amethyst needs to get good.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
There is one thing I would like to work on for the next 2 days in our downtime of resting and whatnot or whatever.
Make friend.
I already have friends.
Quick question,
Once
is
in your
Blueberry
head don't count.
like a permanent thing for a bit, or is it like she keeps switches between the days?
Oh, Bluebell?
Bluebell, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
Blueberry.
What?
And then I realized the fruit thing, I think, affects
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, is it like
definitely.
different names for different seasons, or you just
No, I know it's different
Game every
names for different
day.
seasons. It's
Oh,
more
no,
of just
it's
like
not.
if she's
No, it's different names because she's just being Faye.
Okay.
She's
So-
fucking around. That's all.
Time to edit my notes.
She's effectively just. I'll just be straight up so that nobody gets confused. Like above game, because her name is actually Ren, so you guys can still being like, I go to talk to Ren, but whatever. It's really just until like she gets like legitimately called out on like, hey bitch, like what the fuck's going on here? But I think at this point we're not all comfortable enough with each other to be like, so what is like your actual name? So she's just gonna keep going.
It's just until she confirms for herself that we're not gonna steal her real name.
She's just it's just gonna be something new and fun. So yeah, you don't have to think about it too hard. You can even fuck up the name and like it won't matter. It's not real.
close at least,
Like,
whatever.
you literally could have been like, hey, Blueberry, and she would have been like, yeah, sure, that's the name now.
No, sorry, my point was just like, does she
Lubingus.
switch between like seasons?
Oh,
Between
the
the days, or
names-
she just no seasons.
Oh, it depends.
If
Well,
she
I meant
wants
for like
to.
these couple
It's
days.
Depends on her mood.
Yeah, it depends on her mood and if she wants to, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes she could just because she wants to, or other times just be like, I'll be like this for like a week, a month, who knows?
Yeah, that's fair. From Umbridge?
I was just gonna say, if Orca can just kind of be quiet for the next couple days, like she's just very much in thought, walking around a little bit, like not super apart from the group, but enough to where she's just kind of she's
Vibing.
clearly like in some prayer or something. She's just taking a couple days.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
I want to practice hitting like small targets that are like kind of far-ish away and sort of in cover because I eventually want to go and get spell snipers, so I'm starting to practice now. So I'm just gonna like shoot pine cones and stuff from like a distance and like kind of like put them slightly behind trees and try to like clip them and just practice for a little bit for like
And
2 nights.
and Hane does it too, but with a gun.
And I was going to say, I'm there as well, trying to help, just trying to figure out what the spells I have.
Nice. We're just like gonna line the 3 of us. Just like pew 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 pew.
I'm
Trig,
just there.
Trig is also there.
Perfect. Trig's there too. We make a lot of
And I'm just over here getting frustrated.
noise. I feel like people come nowhere near our camp. They're like, fuck that. That is alarm bell city.
Yeah,
Holy-
we make a lot of noise, which deters bandits, but attracts owlbears.
What were
I
you
feel
gonna
like
say,
the
Krista?
owlbears will be like, what the fuck? No
Oh,
thanks.
I was just like, yeah, Mel's just kind of existing, watching
Nice.
all this happen. She offers Bluebell like some of the random berries and shit she has. Just like, yeah, pancakes aren't great. Want some fruit? I got fruit. Here you go.
Ooh, I give her some of
for
my
these-
like, I have like dried fruit that I sort of
Yeah.
like switch with her. And it's like really good too. It's like, she's like, I got this from some druids and they know how to dry their fruit. This stuff is like, it's not
Yeah.
too chewy, but it's also like just chewy enough, you know? It's really good.
Oh yeah, no, I know. My mama's druid. She made this for me.
What makes it chewy?
I don't
How long
know
you
exactly. There's something I think they also put in it, but it also depends on how long you sort of like dehydrate it, kind of like dry it for, and you got to find like just the right.
It depends on
Middle
how you
ground.
do it, actually.
Mm-hmm. That too. yeah.
So, like, if you do it over like a pan on the like you're baking it, you have to do it like really slow.
Mm-hmm.
But some of this is actually like smoked for mine, and that's really neat flavor to it.
I've heard people do this with fish as well.
Oh yeah.
Never had it, but it did smell good. Wait, so if you're so it's your mama's druid?
Yes.
Are you a druid?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Why did you put a question on? Are you a druid? Do you know?
It gets really complicated.
Are you like a spirit druid? Can you turn into a ghost?
No,
Oh.
That would be so cool.
I don't need more spirits in my life.
Yeah, but think if you became a spirit, then you could fuck with the other spirits.
It also helps with the narrative that undead creatures are natural things. Look, there's a druid one.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're natural things. I just don't like waking up to them screaming at me.
Oh no, that's fair.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So you're a druid? Question mark or?
Truthfully, don't really want to get too far into it. It's I'm a weird, like, mix of shit.
No. You're not weird. You're unique.
Okay.
You
Thanks.
are the best you. You are unique, like Zost over here.
Zost.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, yeah, my mama's a druid. My mother's a bard, though. She doesn't tell anyone most of the time, but she is.
This is also, you said, like, your first time away from home, right?
That I'm allowed home by myself. Yeah, going exploring and shit.
How far have you been with other people?
Well, we kind of make like a yearly trip to Roheimer, the village up in the tundra. Because that's where my mama's from. We've been to Marseille, because that's where my mother's from. Kind of did that weird triangle from, like, the tundra to Marseille and back to Ravenfeather. Anywhere in that fun, big-ass triangle.
Have you guys ever gone to the Great Tree in the Arboretum of Autumn? It's a big druid thing.
I haven't.
I have to take you. It's so much fun. And also something every druid should do. Like, it's a really
Mama
big
probably
druid
has.
thing. Oh, she probably has. I feel like if you're a druid and you haven't seen Adenarna at least once in your life, you're not doing druid, right?
You're not doing it right.
Yeah, you're just not doing druid properly. So
A lot of
we will have
druidic
to go
judgment
there.
coming from the non-druid. That's interesting.
That's where the argument starts.
Ren just like flicks her hand near her ear as if she's like shooing away like a fly or like a mosquito or something, and she's like, "Did you guys hear that buzzing? No, just yeah, oh, funny." But yes, I've been there. I've been there a bunch. I lived there for a while. It was very, very fun, and the druids there are definitely.
Yeah, you don't need to explain more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah, you got it. they're a bunch. They're druids.
I grew up raised in Ravenfeather Conclave. Like, yeah, I get it.
I passed through there like one time, a long time ago, and it was kind of weird then, and I'm sure it's weird now.
Yeah. Doesn't stop being weird.
I feel like it's like I don't want to say it's like just a druid thing, but I feel like druids are just sort of, they're just so drawn to weird. Not gonna lie, I think some of it might have to do with the shrooms.
Oh, it's definitely the shrooms.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
there was a fist fight because, like, someone argued about the correct way to dry them, like, last year.
And funny thing is, almost no matter what way you dry them, they're still gonna work.
Yeah, that was the argument, because they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, and then, someone pointed out it does, it changes flavor, it just got into this whole mess.
I'm not super concerned about the flavors of my psychedelics, but it's fun. Druids be druids. Oh wait, are you allowed to be away from home? I just realized it's the first time you're away from home. Okay, I just wanted to double check. I wanted to make sure that we weren't like harboring a. How old are you?
18.
Okay, a teen fugitive. Yes. That would have been.
Yeah. No. Have you ever been hunted down by a pissed off tiefling?
I can't say I've been ever hunted by a pissed off tiefling. No, not so specific.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Wait, is that why you're away from home?
No, that's my mom. Well, one of my moms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mother's a tiefling. Mama's a fucking Goliath. That is not a fun way to be hunted down because you ran away from home.
Yeah, I don't think you would have made it very far.
I would not have, no.
Okay, good to know then that you're allowed out of the house.
No, Mother got tired of me pacing and finally was like, yeah, fine. If it was up to Mama, I would have been able to leave so long ago. Mostly because she can't say shit. She did the same thing.
At least you found, I mean, okay. This is sort of in the same vein as like what I told Cantor earlier, where, you know, it could have been worse. You could have found worse people to travel with. You could have found better, but you also could have found worse.
No one's tried to kill me yet. I'm gonna take that as a win and move on with my life.
Yeah, I guess everybody was after Cantor. So no, technically you're right. No one has tried to kill you yet.
Just kind of looks over at Kendra. Sorry.
It's all right. It's a hell of a day.
Look at us bonding and shit. Also, thank you, baby, for helping Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza rolls. Anything for the pizza rolls. All right, well, this shiny doesn't stay shiny on its own. Yeah, time to get ready for bed.
That's funny.
Oh.
I will be shiny forever.
I love how that's the victory of.
Somehow
The
my
session.
least favorite season has now become my favorite.
I love it.
Was it all because of the compliments earlier?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
All right. Get forward a few hours.
A few hours. God.
When you're traveling on the last day before you reach Iton Alpha, as the sun begins to disappear on the horizon, you hear crunching sounds
Oh no.
from behind some trees. Would anybody like to investigate?
Nope.
Orca will.
Sure, why not?
Hell no.
Alright.
Yeah, Haynes interested.
So those of you that go to investigate, you find an owl bear with 3 cubs eating on a human-sized watermelon.
Holy crap.
Cute.
The big owl bear does seem to notice you. Doesn't seem to give a shit.
Even with-
They got
even with the
watermelon. They
cubs?
don't give a shit.
That's funny. It's in a food coma.
And basically, it's just eating all it can out of this watermelon.
Aww.
We should let
Let's
them enjoy
back
their
it.
snack.
Let's back away before they think she thinks we're a threat.
Well, I'm pretty good with animals. But I don't really want to bother them either.
Orca walks back towards the group.
Owlbears?
Owlbears.
There's a
Albert
family
indeed.
of them eating the huge watermelon.
Glad something was able to take it down.
I mean, entirely possible that's what makes them capable of movement doesn't necessarily make them harder than an average melon. But I also don't necessarily know how hard a melon is. They're not common where I live. Not pretty used to, at least.
I wonder
Really?
how thick the rind is as compared to the size.
I don't know. I've never seen that kind of melon before. At least not one that size. I can't delineate whether or not it's specifically one that I've seen before. I've had a lot of desert melon. Very sour. But good.
Yeah, the rind stays kind of proportionate.
It's a fake rind.
Yeah.
I mean, if the owlbear is the apex predator, it probably has claws and a beak supposedly sufficient enough to do the job then. Considering I would imagine that it's more predatory, I guess.
I wonder if the owlbears here have evolved to have stronger claws to get through the fruit's rind than, say, like an owlbear in a different part of the country.
Possible, I suppose. I wouldn't particularly know.
Alright, well. Guess keep an eye out for any more.
Hey,
All right.
Wolfheart. Glad you're feeling a bit better from yesterday, man.
Yeah. So there was a moment of stress. When Ain fired the gun in the middle of the night, it rattled me.
No, I get it. I get it.
Oh shit, man, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just it happens sometimes when I'm stressed or taken by surprise. That's just it.
I just wanted to alert everybody that we were coming back with Cantor's, or I
We're
was
gonna
gonna say
fuck it
Cantor.
up.
Yeah, Cantor's captor. So
Right, yes. I mean, I understand. It's just it. You didn't commit any fault, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. It's just a unconscious reaction, I guess, is the best way to put it. It's a remnant, I guess, of some of my old training.
Battle stress. That's what Mother calls it.
When the city goes from peaceful to a battle zone in a matter of minutes, you can't exactly rely on the relative slowness of the adrenaline. At least how it was described to me, but I don't know.
Makes sense. Don't really know how to answer to yeah, the city would just go to shit randomly. That's just like,
Well, it's not random exactly. I don't necessarily know all the specifics, so I won't get too deep, but some nights in Solonata there are monster attacks. The nature of them aren't uniform. Sometimes they are more actual monsters, sometimes it's just that the environment itself becomes hostile. It could be the middle of summer, but then one night it plunges to the depths of winter. And then once the sun returns, then it is back to normal.
Yeah, I don't get why people have such a bad opinion of Selenar. It's actually a very nice place. I'm used to it. Is it a lot to get used to? Sure. Once you're used to it.
It would be a lot nicer if it wasn't quite so
Hostile?
beleaguered. Hostile.
I would agree.
But I don't know, I haven't been back home in 5 years. Give or take. I have a couple friends, I suppose, that occasionally update me on the status of the city, but anymore it feels like no news. Continued news is still good, even if the general trend of the news is unfortunate.
Are you homesick?
More,
Home worried?
yes. I don't fully know what's happened in the last 5 years. I don't know if these monstrous attacks have gotten worse or better. The news I get is that they seem to have been stabilized, but I don't know if that's reassurance or if it's actually true. I would like to think that the people who are writing to me are truthful, but I think that there may also be a part of them that doesn't want me to come back, if only because I have already lost much in the defense of my city. They may be wishing to spare me further loss, I suppose.
Makes sense. You got out. Why would they want you to come back just because? Makes sense.
I think it's important to respect the sacrifice they're making for you.
Yeah.
Well, on that fun and slightly depressing news that we leave off on, do we get got by owlbears?
Nope.
Cool.
I was gonna say they
Woohoo!
seem pretty well fed.
Yeah, they seem like they're chilling. As long as we don't fuck with them, we're good.
Listen. You always gotta double check if you're gonna get got by owlbears, though.
Mhm.
True. You never know when you're gonna get got by Albers.
All right. And you guys sleep for the night with no issues. And you awaken in the morning and begin the last little bit of your journey toward Titan Alpha. And that's where we'll go ahead and end for the night.
Heck yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Woo!
Sounds good. So I will end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.